Jesus Christ, you people suck. Wow. Wolverine on it.
Back in the days when we played video games, it was hardcore for the nerdy and lazy. Now things have changed and all our video games are also for the casual and lady. But that's okay, you know the score. We told you a million times before. Playing consoles, not just games, is in the past. And every week you listen to the best damn internet radio crew. It's the N4G podcast. It's the N4G podcast.
All right, it's time. Another week, N4G Radio. This is episode 708 for August 1st, 2022. Holy shit, we're almost through 2022. On the show this week, we have Drew.
Batman is dead.
Jeez.
Go and get it out of the way.
Right out of the gate, let's just go. Probably won't be the last time. We also got the Wombat too.
Puzzle Quest.
God damn it. And welcome back, Terrence.
I don't know what all that stuff was, but I'm just happy to be COVID free. That's the way I'm at. So,
Yes. Welcome back to the world of the living.
right?
But Batman is dead.
Yeah, Batman is dead. Anthony is dead.
Anthony's dead. He's not here, so Anthony is dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
So how was your COVID adventure?
Oh man. Well, so I this was my second time because I had it once before, and it was terrible the first time. I thought I was going to die. This was way like I was sick, but it was way better.
Right.
And I guess it was what made it worse is that like everybody in the house had it except for like two kids. So I guess we went on vacation and came back with it, which I honestly think we spread it amongst ourselves. I don't even think that Florida gave it to us. I think because we were like sharing water bottles freely because it was very hot, extraordinarily hot. And yeah, but yeah, we're all good though. So, hooray, vaccines work.
It's crazy,
Man,
right?
it took me 2 weeks to finally test negative when I had it. And
That was my first time.
I had super mild symptoms. Like I had literally just gotten my booster like a week and a half before I got COVID. And so I had super mild symptoms the whole time, but I could not test negative to save my life. I mean, it took me, like I said, literally 2 weeks to test negative.
Crazy, man. It just is now, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my kids. Like, it just is. Like, everybody, I think, is at some point going to have it. You know what I mean? We just have to do what we can to protect against it and, yeah.
I have never had it. Somehow.
That you know of. Like, if your symptoms are mild enough, you might not even test. Like, I assume I've had it because you just
I'm
assume
going to
it.
be honest with you. Because my job required me to wear a mask the entire time, I haven't actually been ill
Yeah, the mask
in
will keep
3
you,
year
Yeah, no doubt. That mask definitely keeps you from being ill.
Yeah. I haven't had a cold. I haven't had a sinus infection. Nothing.
It's crazy.
In 3 years.
I feel like we should all wear masks like 100%. Like, Japan is ahead of the curve here.
Absolutely. Like, yeah. If you...
So
I said,
maybe I got lucky. I don't think I've had it.
Well, if you haven't, that's good. But there is a chance you might have, and you just didn't even notice.
Never had symptoms. Yeah.
Well, I am pretty sure that if I ever did get COVID, I would definitely have symptoms because the second shot and the booster made me want to die. Like, bad. It felt like somebody was constantly karate chopping me in the head every 10 seconds
It's an interesting
for about 24 hours.
Yeah, I had one bad experience with a vaccine, and the other two I can't even remember how many shots I've had at this point. Like, they didn't really bother me.
Yeah, they messed me up.
Yeah, I think I got a headache from the second one, and that was really it.
My arm was
yeah,
painful
my
from
wife
the first
got
one.
sick from the first one, but yeah, I just got a headache.
Oh, fine. If I need another booster, I get it. It's, whatever.
Got me up.
I saw what was trending on Twitter today, like vaccine injury, like all these pictures of people having strokes and heart attacks and shit from the vaccine. I'm like, God damn, the internet's messed up.
It really is.
It's like, okay. Alright, but this is not the COVID podcast. This is a video game podcast. I know what you're talking about.
Games.
Video games. Drew, I'm going to kick off with you. I don't remember the last time you were here.
It's been about 2 weeks.
Motherfucker
let's
takes
see.
vacations like he's allowed to or something.
What's that?
I said motherfucker takes vacations like he's allowed to or something.
Oh, you know what? I'm not allowed to because everything goes wrong at work whenever I go on vacation.
That's how it works.
Hey, same.
We call it the curse of the beach because every year I go to the beach and every year something happens, and this year something happened as well. But yeah, I've got 2 games for review, one of which I've talked about. I've got to write those reviews. Sonic Origins, decent little compilation there. I had never played those games before, so there you go. I know that the greater Sonic community is slightly disappointed in that. And there's a lot of like very small things that they're not happy with. Those don't affect me at all. So
It doesn't affect
I think
them either. They just like to complain.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I get it. I've actually watched hang on, somebody's yelling.
Okay.
Go somewhere else.
We'll go somewhere else. I'll go to Terrence. Why don't you tell me what you've been playing?
Well, I have been playing a lot of stuff. So I have a couple of games for review too. The MX versus ATV, which is so funny because I think it's MX versus ATV Legends, but I think the last time I actually played one of these games, it was just MX versus ATV. Like,
at least it wasn't. At least it just wasn't MX because before they did, it was before the verses, you know.
Right, yeah. No, I totally played the verses, but that was like, I think it was the very first one was the last time I played it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's, a little racing game. It's just, I don't know.
That same developer has been making that game for like over a decade. It's crazy. It's literally the same developer.
It's like at this point, then it is like, the formula should be perfected. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't see anybody else making any, so
Right, like that's us. That's what we do. But it's okay. But the review it's coming. The other one, the Spell Force, that I actually enjoy way more than the MX game. I didn't realize it was like a RTS, but it blends so many different genres, and the story is good, and the voice acting is good. I don't know dude's real name, but the one that does the Witcher voice.
Oh yeah,
Doug Cockle.
Yeah,
is that his name?
Oh yeah, it is because he did it on that Frog game too that I reviewed. He was the narrator on there. But no, he's like the voice actor of the main character of the first campaign. But it's actually really good. Oh God, beyond that, Lord, I've played so much. So I got a Steam Deck, and it's so funny because I've played, I think, more old stuff than anything new. So I played Def Jam Fight for New York. I played Incredible Hulk, Ultimate Destruction. Why we don't have a remake? Yes, why we don't have a remaster of something? That game is so good. Like, that is just a perfect Hulk game. Like, it's crazy.
Yep, excellent
Licensing.
Yep, that's why.
That's so messed up. I need Marvel, whatever. They need to work some magic, and because that's Jesus, a new one of that with like the current tech. Oh my God, that'd be incredible. But so many old games. NBA Street Volume 2, another classic. But I actually played some stuff that I never played before, which is the Metroid Prime trilogy. I never played any of those back in the day. I've always heard how good they are, and can confirm they are good. Like I'm playing the first one now, but it's really good. And Why was Samus a mute in the new one in Dread? I just figured she never talked, but she totally talks in Prime.
Yeah, it was just,
Yeah, I don't know. That's a little weird. I hadn't really thought about that until just now, but
doesn't she only talk in oh god, what's the company's name? Because they didn't make Dread.
Oh.
oh yeah, is it Retro?
Retro, yeah, Retro.
Yeah.
Like their games, she talks. Like she didn't really talk in the original games, not much.
Right.
And then
No, not really.
I really don't remember Other M, so I try to forget it.
Okay. Well, I'll skip that then because I didn't.
Yeah, no, that game's bad.
All right then. And then so on Xbox, they dropped the Gundam demo for the Battle Alliance game, the SD Gundam, which I'm excited about. That demo, oh my god, it's so much fun. And I never messed with the SD Gundam stuff as a Gundam fan because it just was weird. I don't know, but it actually is. Like it's still Gundam. It's just SD is like super deformed, I guess is what it stands for, and it's just like that weird like chibi kind of art style stuff. But it's totally still Gundam, which was dope. So like I can't wait for that game. I think it drops next week.
Really? Shit just sneaks up on me. I swear to God.
I think well, it might be 2 weeks. It might be 2 weeks.
August is gonna fuck me up because Madden will come out and Saints Row will come out and the Ninja Turtles collection will come out and they'll just sneak up on me and I'll be like, oh shit, game time.
Yep. Madden, I'm gonna skip, but the Saints Row and the Ninja Turtles, like I have that pre-ordered. Like, yeah, that stuff I'm excited about. But yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna take up all the time because I've played a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, we'll go to someone else.
I'm assuming Drew's still going.
No, I'm here.
Okay, well we can go back to you then since you were making fun of Sonic fans.
I was not making fun of Sonic fans. I was just saying that a lot of the complaints go beyond me because I've never played these games before. So
you're not a Sonic maniac?
I'm not a Sonic maniac. I'm sorry. I had Pac-Man fever back in the day. But
I was immunized against that, actually.
Yeah. It was
I took my
great
power
pandemic
pellets.
of 82.
You weren't even born when Pac-Man came out. Shut up.
I was not born when Pac-Man came out. But yeah, so I played Sonic Origins. And also for review, I am playing the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 remake. That game's rough to go back to.
Is it an actual remake?
No, it's a remaster.
It's just like a HD remaster.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's just like the first one they did.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's Dark Alliance 2. And it's hack and slash, Diablo kind of clone.
Got that cool water.
Yeah.
I would like them to do the same I would like Sony to do the same for Champions of Norath.
Sony don't give a
just
fuck.
about to say that. Oh, yes.
Sony ain't gonna do shit for you because they won't even put PS1 games on their PP service.
True.
Yeah.
Fucking Sony don't care about their old games. They made 2 of those Champions games too. They were good.
They did. They were good.
Yeah, they were really good.
X-Men Legends had Nightcrawler walking around like one of the zombies from Thriller.
Man, I want to go back.
Wasn't the same? Who developed those?
X-Men Legends was Raven.
Raven. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Snowblind do?
They did Champions and the Baldur's Gate games, I think, right?
Did they do Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance?
I think so. I think that's why Sony brought them in to do Champions.
I think you're right.
I'm gonna look it
And
up.
then they did do another one, if you remember. It was the Lord of the Rings game. The War in the North.
Oh, you know what
War
else
in the North. That game's good.
That was also good.
That game is actually really cool.
You know what other game they did I forgot about that's really good?
What's that?
Justice League Heroes.
Justice League Heroes.
Justice League Heroes. That's right. We did that for Phoenix Down. That was the second game we did.
That game
I
was
was
good.
playing that yesterday. Yep, I got it on my Steam. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
That company literally only made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games.
And
wild.
what happened to them? They just get
In
bought out,
2011, Lord of the Rings War in the North was the last game they made.
Are they still around, or are they shut
Nope.
down?
Well, it looks like I'd assume if they were still around, they'd make more games.
They merged into Monolith in 2012.
Yep. So their first game was Top Gear Overdrive. That was their first game for the N64.
Wow.
Yep. They only did the first Dark Alliance. They didn't do that one you're playing.
Oh, okay.
So
Who did the one he's playing?
that's a good question. I somehow remember that. Okay, Dark Alliance.
Was that also Raven?
That was made by Black Isle Studios.
Oh, okay, Black Isle.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, it's Dark Alliance too. It's an action RPG, a lot like Diablo-ish kind of thing. Kind of a top-down isometric view. You take on quests, go different places. You know, the standard fare, and it works. It's fine on the Xbox Series X that I'm playing on. But yeah, the majority of my time has been spent playing, it's been spent playing a lot of Yakuza 5, which I think is competing for one of the longest drawn out games I've ever seen in my life. And I jumped back into Diablo 3.
Diablo.
I don't know why, but because I follow a couple of guys on YouTube who are talking about the new season that's coming up. This new season seems to be pretty cool, and I kind of want to do that. And I still have 2 achievements I got to get in Diablo 3 to finish it off. So that's what I've been playing. And then, I mean, I'll go ahead and mention it because I did it for Quest. I played the Paw Patrol game.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Those games are really easy to get achievements in,
Yeah.
and I want to get an achievement every day. So I would boot up Paw Patrol and do a level and get an achievement for it. It would take about 5 minutes.
Oh my god! You gonna play Peppa Pig next?
To this, I don't know, but to this day, I have played 2 Paw Patrol games to its completion.
I mean, and yet you
I
never
can
played.
safely say they all. Yeah.
You never played fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
No, but he's played 2 different Paw Patrol games.
What's
true.
That's wild, man. You ain't never played Sonic, but you okay?
I never owned a Sega console, so.
I mean, but they've been available on other consoles. I don't know if you know this, but Sega doesn't make consoles anymore.
I didn't feel the need to.
But you felt the need to play Paw Patrol. I got it. We're good.
Because I got achievements in it.
2 different versions of Paw Patrol.
Because they're both the exact same game.
Oh my god.
And you get easy achievements out of them.
This motherfucker's getting old. I'm telling you, it's Peppa Pig is next. It's coming up.
I don't think so. I looked at the achievement list for Peppa Pig, and I'm like, it doesn't sound like mine.
I mean, it doesn't sound like your
Too
jam.
difficult.
Yeah, it's too difficult.
It's too hard.
Yeah, this is for 5-year-olds.
How about
I'm
Race
more of a
with
3-year-old
Ryan?
range.
You gonna get a Race with Ryan? You gonna dig that
Race
out?
with Ryan. That's right.
That game is
Race
terrible.
with Ryan. But yeah,
My god.
I've got to find a new achievement game because I ran out of achievements. in
Jesus
Paw Patrol.
Christ.
Yeah, as I think that's pretty much it. We did select our next game for Phoenix Down. I announced it yesterday, but we are going to be doing The Sinking City.
Yeah, I guess Anthony's joining you for that one.
Yeah, he was the one who kind of chose it, and Matt was like, "I'm down for that."
That's
So
the
apparently-
one where, like, the different species, and it's kind of tackling racism. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I'm thinking so. It's more of like a murder mystery kind of thing.
Okay, but like there's different, like, ape people and, like...
Fish people and stuff.
Like Cthulhu kind of stuff, too, and...
Yeah, like you're in a town where everybody, like, lives in this town.
I gotcha. Yeah, okay.
And it's also sinking.
I get it confused with another one that...
You're getting Call of Cthulhu mixed up.
It might be that one.
Call of Cthulhu we already did for Phoenix Down, and that game was... I don't know how to feel about that game.
Both of those games are very green and very similar in my brain, and I don't know why.
Yeah. From what I understand, Sinking City is a third-person kind of game, while Call of Cthulhu was a first-person game.
But wasn't there a third-person Call of Cthulhu game? Or am I making that up?
I
mean, probably.
Glow in the dark. I don't know.
Oh, my fucking stones.
Yeah. That was technically a third person and a first person game.
Yes, you can open your coat. And,
Oh, yeah, your inventory.
Your inventory. I platinumed that game just for the sole fact that I will never have to touch it ever again.
You liked it
I have no
before
reason.
you revisited it.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was the most innovative game I've ever played, and then we revisited for Phoenix Down. I said, this is complete and utter garbage. It is
Did you play the
complete and
updated
utter
version
garbage.
when you played it? The PS3 one?
Yeah, I played the Inferno version, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the updated version. So that version was actually on the 360, but they didn't call it Inferno. They just kind of did a title update and changed the things that way. But the PlayStation 3 version came out later after the patch had already hit, so they called it Inferno.
Trying to get achievements in that game where I had to burn all the fucking vines still gives me PTSD.
I did all of that, and it
That
took
is
forever.
The worst thing about the achievements in that game is burning all those vines. Oh my god.
Yeah. But, yeah, that game was horrible.
I mean, we're still talking about it, so it's something.
It's true. The only good thing about Alone in the Dark 2006 or 2007, I can't remember what year it was, or it might have been 2008, was the soundtrack. But yeah, that's it. And the horrible voice acting. It was bad, but it was funny.
Yeah. Bad voice acting is usually a good thing about a video game to me. I don't know why. I'll have to take it seriously.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
All right. I guess I'll move on to Womber.
All right. So I finished off officially, I believe, Elden Ring. I beat the game, beat Moog, beat Melania, or Melania, however you say her name. So I've beat all the named bosses, all the achievement bosses, basically everybody that I intended to beat. Although Xbox strikes again, because just like on Psychonauts, I've got a bugged achievement that didn't register even though I beat the boss it's connected to. And I am not going all the way back through the game to beat that boss again.
I mean, why not?
But I'm not going to get the platinum in that game anyway because it would require me to beat the game 3 times. And I loved it. It's amazing, but I don't generally beat a game more than once anyway. And that one was an adventure. So I think I'm good with the achievement of having beaten it and finished off all the bosses, and I will live with that as my completion of that game. I don't need to completely get all the achievements and all that stuff. I don't tie myself to achievements that much. Unlike Drew, who's playing Paw Patrol for achievements.
I'm not trying to get achievements. I'm getting it to get the Microsoft points. So I don't have to pay for my Game Pass.
Oh, you're paying all right.
Yeah, you're definitely paying. You're paying Paw Patrol.
5 minutes a day is not a bad sacrifice.
I mean, 50 points ain't a whole lot of points.
Until you start humming the theme song on your run or something, and you're like, oh, God, this is really influencing my life now.
Isn't 50 points in the Microsoft points the equivalent of a nickel?
I don't know.
I think it used to be.
5,000 points is $5, right?
Yeah, that's
so
what it was. Yeah.
Points, so you're playing Paw Patrol for a nickel a day.
Well, I'll tell you this, and this is the truth. I have not paid for Game Pass Ultimate in 3 years.
Wow.
You can make enough Microsoft points to pay for Game Pass.
Yeah, you can if you play Paw Patrol every day.
Every day for 5 minutes.
5 minutes a day. Play the Sarah McLachlan.
It's just
I was gonna say this sounds like one of those fucking infomercials. Like just for 5 minutes a day.
Just 5 minutes a day. You can get achievements in Paw Patrol and not pay for Game Pass. Won't you consider doing so with like Sarah McLachlan music playing in the background?
Yep.
I mean, it is dogs, so that works.
That's true.
Oh,
So other than that, I have played the only other stuff I played a significant amount of. I played a significant amount of Dragon Quest IV, which I am trying to finish up in my quest, if you will, to finish all the Dragon Quest games.
Have you never finished Inquisition?
No, not Dragon Age.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, Dragon Quest.
Sorry, I was thinking, I was like, why is he calling it 4 when it's called Inquisition? No. Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
That's technically
No problem.
3, Drew.
I know, it's only 3. I screwed up on multiple levels.
You did. You don't even know where you. It's too much Paw Patrol in your life.
I tell you. Yeah.
No, Dragon Quest IV.
Gotcha.
Which is an excellent game, excellent RPG. For anybody that doesn't know, so the subtitle of Dragon Quest IV is Chapters of the Chosen, and it is not just a clever name. So it's got what was at the time a pretty innovative mechanic in that, and it has since been done in a lot of other games, but, there are basically 5 chapters in the game, 5 chapters in the original game. In the DS version and the PlayStation version, it's 6. But basically the first 4 chapters of the game are backstory for your eventual companions. And so you play a chapter as one of your eventual companions, and you learn their backstory and sort of why they are in the spot in the world they're in. And then when you get to chapter 5, you take over as the hero that you created at the beginning of the game, and I'll say, real game at that point starts. So it's really cool. It's a neat way to do a party-based RPG, where you get some nice backstory on each one of the other characters. You get probably, I'll say about 2 hours or so, depending on the characters. Some of them are a little longer, some of them are a little shorter, but you get about 2.5 hours per character for the first 4 chapters. And then the main game starts in chapter 5. So, very, very good game. I really, really enjoy it. Just like the other Dragon Quest games, I think they kind of get better as they go along. And we'll see if that trend continues. But I'm genuinely enjoying it. This is the first one I've played on the DS. I played 1, 2, and 3, the original versions on NES. So this is the start of a new trilogy, so I figured I'd go ahead and jump to the DS for 4, 5, and 6. But yeah, really, really good. I'm enjoying that a lot. The other thing that I have played a significant amount of is Power Wash Simulator. And that game is awesome. It was basically exactly the kind of palate cleanser that I needed after Elden Ring. To just kind of go into a game where I wasn't, I didn't have to be on high alert all the time. I didn't have to worry about the fact that I couldn't pause, or, didn't have to worry about making sure I was vigilant all the time. I can just spray water on stuff. And it is very relaxing. So, much more relaxing than actually power washing stuff. Yeah, so I'm almost finished with the playground level on that.
Man, that's the first time you realize how long some of that shit can take.
Yeah, it's definitely involved, I'll say. And I used up all my soap on the bungalow level, and so I don't have any soap for this playground level. It all says it's sold out.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going at it with the water pressure alone. So it's taken me a while, but I don't mind, because, like I said, there's something relaxing about just spraying stuff with water until all the dirt is gone.
How does the soap work in that game? Because I've never actually purchased it.
There are different soaps for different materials, and you have to buy an add-on for your gun that's a soap add-on, and it basically sprays in a big circle. But the soap does the work of how you have to use smaller nozzles to get off more stubborn dirt. The soap kind of does that work for you.
Yep.
Okay.
So you get to spray a larger area while still having the power of like a tighter nozzle.
So do you run out of soap? Is that what's going on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you run out, and then the store is sold out for me now, so I don't know when it gets replenished. But I don't even have the option to buy any more right now.
I stopped buying anything because I want the industrial level power washer.
Yeah, the super powerful power washer.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Yeah.
Once I get that, I'll start buying more soap and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I love this game. I think it's a lot of fun. And my wife was making fun of me for playing it the other day. And I'm like, hey, it's relaxing.
Everybody in my house makes fun of me for playing it. My son comes in and he's like, you doing this again? I was like, shut up and go back to tabs.
Yeah, my son plays tabs too, so that's extra funny.
Yeah.
But it is a game that's like, it doesn't seem like it would be as much fun as it is, but it's definitely a lot of fun.
And there's something
So-
I love. So I don't know if you've done the shoe house yet, the house at the shoe,
No.
but like, you know how the text messages come across on your phone?
Yeah.
There's a text message that comes across there at the shoe wood that I fucking lost it. And I won't spoil it for you, but apparently one of the kids of old Mother Hubbard stole her phone. It was texting me while I was cleaning the house.
Awesome. Yeah, it's got a pretty good sense of humor so far too, which is I think important in a game like this where it can just kind of break up, because it can, as much as I'm enjoying it, as much as I think it's relaxing, it can get a little monotonous.
Sure.
So it's nice to have those text messages to kind of break up the monotony a little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty funny too, especially when they'll do something early on, and then they'll change their mind halfway through it. It's just funny.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't think I've played anything else. I was in North Carolina most of the first part of the week, so I didn't play anything while I was there. So I think that's it for me.
All right, I'll wrap this up. Again, with the indie stuff, I played a few things this week, a couple things. So Gunbird finally came to new consoles, and if you don't know what Gunbird is, it's a vertical shmup. The game is still incredible. A game called Arsonist Heaven, not good. Side scroller, pixelated. The jumping feels bad, so I didn't dig that one. 80s Overdrive, I thought I'd like more than I did. Not a big fan of the control and the mechanics in that game of like having fuel, and if you bump something, it's pretty much race over. So didn't dig that. Avenging Spirit is an interesting game. So this is an old Jalico game back from I think the NES or maybe arcade days. Basically, you're a little ghost that possesses people, and as the people you possess.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, and like it's a side scroller. So they brought that back. It's pretty interesting.
Have you ever seen, I remember this because, have you ever seen the original box art for the American version of that game?
It's called, is it, so the US version?
Yeah.
Hold on a second, I gotta see it. Because I know in Japan it's called something else.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
show
sure
you.
I have, but
Oh, is
I'm
it the
gonna show
Tommy
you
gun
this.
guy?
Yeah, it's the mobster dude.
Okay.
So that has nothing to do with the game.
Well, you can possess a mobster guy in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's
But
what
if you were to, all right, hang on. I'm gonna post this in the chat here.
Yeah, it's a weird, because that's not at all what the game looks like.
I
No.
feel like back in the day, that's just how it was, though. Wasn't the box art for like Mega Man or Mega Man 2? Like,
I mean, he literally had a
yeah.
fucking gun in his hand.
yeah, like he had a gun.
he was like a middle-aged man with a gun in his hand. And
Yeah. Yeah, this is
I
not
still
at all
think
what
one
this...
of the best things that Capcom's ever done is releasing that the box art Mega Man for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Marvel
Oh, yeah.
Capcom. That was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, wasn't it?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, just as an example, this picture is what the actual game art really kind of looks like.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You play as the little blue ghost, and you like possess people, and like that's like your health meter. So like when you die, you pop out, and you got to possess somebody else.
The first picture has nothing to, like, even the art style, like, they really was just trying to get people. Like, you bought that, it was expecting.
Yeah, and you
I
know
don't
what? I bet that
Tracy.
I was just getting ready to say, I bet that game came out around the same time as Dick Tracy.
Yeah,
I bet they were trying to get people to buy it.
Oh, it's a Dick Tracy game.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I have
Speaking of which, don't play the Dick Tracy game on NES.
No, that
Oh,
game
God,
is
it's horrible.
that game is
Oh,
one of
no,
the
yeah,
worst.
that was. I had that. That was bad.
We all had that, and it was all
I had
terrible.
it too, and ended up trading a kid that I went to school with for the Top Gun video game.
I mean, that's a little better, but not
A little better,
much.
not a ton.
So imagine going into a Walmart in 1994, and you see Avenging Spirit there, and you buy it, and then you're playing as a little ghost guy that possesses people.
Yeah,
I would be so confused. Like,
Where's my Tommy gun?
right?
You know. But anyway, that game is pretty good. It's super cheap, so if you have fond memories of that game, you can go pick it up for like $4. So, pretty fun. And the last indie game that I will even talk about is, okay, so Anthony and I joked about this game on the show last week because we were both like, I need to fucking play this, but it's called Lord Winklebottom Investigates. It is a point-and-click kind of like mystery-solving game, but you're a motherfucking giraffe with a monocle and a top hat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it's all voiced, and it is exactly what you think they should sound like.
Very British.
Very British. Basically,
Okay.
his Watson is a hippopotamus that drinks tea.
I feel like I have to play this game.
This
Is he a
game,
hippopotamus
too.
or
This
just a
sounds
really
awesome.
cool hippopotamus?
it's both.
But don't.
That was my Mitch Hedberg for the day. Everybody, enjoy.
This game is so much better than it has any right to be, and it's all because it's a goddamn giraffe smoking a pipe with a fucking top hat. I'm sorry.
Solving crimes.
I was
Yeah.
sold when you said the giraffe and the top hat. I was like, let me look this up. Hold on.
Yeah.
I need this game.
Yeah.
Is it all animal?
Yes,
Characters?
everything in the game is animal characters. The best scene is at the beginning where it's going to his apartment and you just see the fucking silhouette of a giraffe in a goddamn apartment building. I mean,
Gotcha.
That
think about that.
awesome.
He's on the second floor, by the way. Think about that for a second. That's a fucking giraffe.
To walk off flights of stairs.
Yeah. I mean, the mechanics.
So tell me about the gameplay. It says a point and click.
Yeah,
kind of
you pick up objects and you use them to solve mysteries, different stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Is it kind of tongue in cheek kind of thing?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
Okay.
the first thing, the tutorial teaches you how to use objects so that you can make tea for your partner, your hippopotamus, because he's
so
out
it's
of
like
tea.
Sam and Max.
Yeah, kinda. Basically, move
Okay.
a cursor around on the screen, pick up objects, use objects on other objects to solve puzzles.
Gotcha.
I did like Sam and Max.
You will
Yeah.
you will enjoy Winklebottom's voice. Then he's like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Hippopotamus." I mean, it is very much that kind of shit, and it's totally awesome.
Nice.
And I
I
continue
have
to
to
play.
check this out.
Yeah,
What's it on?
should be on everything, I think.
Oh.
I played it on Xbox, but I'm pretty sure it's on PlayStation, PC, and Switch as well. And I continue to play Hell Pie, which that game is basically the closest thing I'll get to conquer in God knows how long. So,
El Pie?
Hell Pie is a game we talked about last week. It's
Oh
essentially
yeah, I wasn't here, so
you are nobody was here. It was just me and Anthony. You are a desk worker in hell who is tasked with getting ingredients for a pie for Satan. And the mechanics are is they eventually chain a cherub to your leg, and that becomes like your platforming. So like you can use it to double jump and swing around, but it is essentially a very grotesque platformer.
Oh, okay.
For example, I think the third level you are inside of a whale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's lots of...
I was going to ask if it's a little bit like Infernax, but
No, this is basically Mario 64 if it was gross.
it's 3D.
Yeah, if it was gross.
Gotcha.
So, but no, I'm really enjoying Hell Pie. The platforming has gotten a little... It's not good enough for what it wants you to do sometimes, and I think that's really probably due to the budget of the game. But I'm still pushing my way through it because I enjoy what it is delivering. It's also supposedly not very long. I think it's like 10 to 12 hours. So, then on the Switch, I'm trying to finish up my review for Live Alive, however you want to say it. I don't remember. I don't.
You know what?
You
I
like
did
it?
play. I
I'm
played the
enjoying
demo
that
for that.
game.
I don't think I like that game. And it's not because of the actual game itself. It's because everything you do in it, like there's no continuity. Like you do one mission and it's like 2 hours and then you move to something else. Like you don't carry. So why do I care about all this stuff I'm picking up?
So I think I don't know how many of them you have beaten. Like I think I've beaten and I didn't talk about this on mine. I probably should have. I figured y'all covered it last week, but like 3 or 4 of them I've beaten. I'm hoping that it plays out like Ryan was saying his game was, where it's you are introduced to these characters in this story, but then somehow they all come together for something. You know what I mean? So like the beginning bits is just kind of the introduction or their backstory into them, but we'll get a larger story later. I'm hoping, but I don't know. Cause like I said, I've beaten like 3 or 4 of them and I can see that they could bring them together somehow, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I played the demo and played the feudal Japan level and got my ass kicked so fast that I was like, okay, maybe I need to come back to this game at a different time.
Yeah, it's weird. A lot of a lot of them are like that. Like you'll get into it at the beginning and it's super easy, and then all of a sudden it'll just smack the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was up in this like attic. And I got jumped by 5 ninjas at once. And it was like, okay, well, there's absolutely no way for me to survive this.
And it's like, why would I grind this when this is going to be over in an hour?
Well, and that's why I think that there's some sort of larger. Again, I haven't finished it. I think there's some sort of larger thing because the one that you're talking about, Ryan, the feudal Japan one, is each of them have like a different kind of mechanic. And that one, you're supposed to be stealthy. You're not supposed to fight. So every time you actually kill somebody, it counts against you. But I don't know how you're supposed. Like I haven't beat that one at all. I've only played it in the demo, so I didn't actually do it.
I was trying to be as stealthy as possible, which is why I went up into the attic. But I went in this room in the attic, and you just get jumped. Like there's no enemies in there when you first go in there, and then 5 ninjas jump down out of the ceiling and count themselves off, and I got completely smoked.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's happened in several of the ones. Like, for example, the prehistoric one, like, the first hour of that is like, you just one-shot everybody. Like, it's not even a challenge. And then, as soon as you get thrown out into the big world, outside of the beginning story, like, the first thing I ran into just one-shotted my entire party. And I'm like, how is, like...
So to tell you guys, because I have looked this game up back when it was, a game that was never going to come out in the United States. There is something much larger that happens.
Okay, I knew there had to be. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know
After you beat all of the vignettes, you have another probably 12 to 15 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because I don't know that I want to get through all the vignettes because I don't find them, I don't know, like, they're good at the beginning and then they get to this just fucking brick wall of difficulty that I'm not enjoying.
Which ones did you do, Ken?
I did the West, did the prehistoric one, and what's the other one I did? Oh, fuck, I don't remember. I've done 3.
I've done the West, the future, and the present, the fighting game, dude. I think it's the present one.
Present day? Yeah, I think that might have been the other one I did. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. And I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you, and this might be blasphemy. I don't know that I'm a fan of HD 2D.
Really? I enjoy it.
I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what it is about it. I don't dig it.
Which is one of the reasons why eventually I'll play that game. I'm not going to play it right now. I've already got a long turn-based JRPG that I'm in the middle of. Well, it's hard to say. I'm in the middle of it because I'm probably 12 hours in and it's 45 hours long. But eventually I'll go back and play it, just because I enjoy the style, and I'm actually really excited that they're bringing Dragon Quest 3 back in that style as well. I wish they'd give us a release date, but
Yeah, they're like, fuck you, you ain't getting no release date.
yeah, apparently.
But no, I mean, I'll keep on keeping on. Like, I'm kind of taking my time with it. Nintendo, it's nice because they send us review codes on release day, so I don't ever feel rushed to get through reviews. But the problem is they sent another code on Friday. I don't know if I'll review this, but I started playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh, nice.
That game is very good. Like, very
Those games
good.
Are quality, man.
This one's probably the best one I've played. Like, there's just something about it, like, it feels like Monolith finally figured out the Switch hardware. Because I don't know if you've played the other ones. They're kind of rough, technically.
I have not played. That's one of those game series that I keep saying that I want to play, and then
that remake of the first one was really good.
The Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was blurry as fuck. Like, there were times it was running at like 360p or something. Like, it looked rough. Now, this one looks really, really good. It still has that MMO auto combat stuff going on, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. And also, why is every Monolith RPG fucking British as hell?
They've all been that way.
I know, but why? I don't.
The exception is Xenoblade Chronicles X.
But I don't.
It was actually Americans because you established New Los Angeles.
Yeah, this just, I don't know. It's just weird to me. But no, I'm really enjoying it. The combat feels good. The world it's a Xenoblade world. There's lots of big crazy monsters just walking around. I don't know, this one just feels more polished than the other ones. I'm only about 2 hours into it, so I mean, I'm still very early, but...
Should I finish? Because I'm actually playing the second one, kind of off and on. Should I actually finish it, or can I...
I mean, that's a better question for Jay, because, like, he's the big Xenoblade guy, but, like, I played probably 15 hours of 2. I don't think there's a similar fucking thing in 3. Like, I don't know, man. It feels like it's an entirely different character. Like, you remember in 2 you had those blades or whatever? Like, that's not even a thing in 3. Like, I just started with a party of 5 people. Like, I just...
Party of 5?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Play the song.
Right.
Roll that beautiful clip. But yeah, you just start with a party of characters and you just go. Like, there's no horny blades that you... Man, those blades in 2 were real horny.
Man, I was reading, somebody was saying that they, I guess, to get, what's her name? Cosmos is like an epic grind.
Oh, no, it's not. Cosmos? No, I had Cosmos in the first game.
Yeah.
It's just
really?
It's a random pull. That sounded bad for a horny game, but it totally is. Like, I like, you know how you get them and, like, they're almost like Pokemon? Like,
yeah.
Like, I got her probably about 5 hours in.
Oh, dang, okay.
Yeah.
So wait. The second one has like a Pokemon kind of mechanic.
Yeah, you get what are called blades, and they're like companion characters that walk around with you. But most of them are like scantily clad women. Just to be fair.
Yeah, well, that sounds like that genre.
Yeah, but it very much speaks to the character because the character's like a little boy, and he's walking around with this like scantily clad woman with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much that. So. Yeah. But no, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is fine. You know when I quit is when it just, like, vomited. Like, people who like those games make fun of Assassin's Creed because of, like, the vomiting on the map. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 vomits the fuck out of your screen. Like, there is just shit everywhere in your face.
To be fair, all of them are kind of like that.
Oh, 100%.
So as someone who's never played any of those games, how does the combat work? Is it
you
said it's like
vomit.
MMO auto attack?
Yeah, so it's an auto attack. So like you can see all the enemies in the world, and when an enemy like triggers you, you can pull your sword out, and then like it puts those like you remember Final Fantasy 12 where it had that big line that
Didn't
was
play
going.
Final Fantasy 12.
Okay. Any MMO where a big line goes between you and the enemy.
Oh yeah.
And you can kind of move. You can kind of move around them, but your character auto attacks.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And
you choose special attacks.
you can
choose your
choose special,
abilities.
yeah,
you
and
can
you
pick
can.
your
So
specials.
so it sounds very MMO like that.
Yeah, it is.
And it's really big on like the staggering of enemies, and if you hit them in the
Yep,
back, you do
breaking
extra
them
damage.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not turn-based though,
No,
right? With like
no.
an MMO
No.
shell, it's active combat.
No, it's active. Yeah.
You as soon as you played it, you'd be like, okay, I know what this is, and I know what this. Another problem I have with Nintendo games, they tutorial the fuck out of you.
Oh my God, don't they?
Oh, like I've played
Cut me loose.
2 hours of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I think I've spent 30 to 40 minutes of that in a tutorial, and it won't let you do it. So the first time you get an accessory, it walks you through step by step on how to equip it. It will not let you do anything else until you do exactly what it tells you to do.
I hate when they do that.
I'm like, dude, I know how to pick a menu and select an accessory and equip it. I'm good.
Right.
This is part of the accessibility stuff. I mean, they want
That's
to
not
make sure everybody
accessibility.
understands how to play their game.
Like, just let me skip it.
But there should be a way to skip it, and I'm not against it at all. Obviously, please put that stuff in there for people that need it. But if I don't, can I just hit start? Can I hit something to just move it along? Like, why do I have to be locked into something that, for me, is monotonous?
Not even
Yeah.
only that, but you can't even do any. So you can't do anything else in the menu, Drew. So like, you know how when you pull up an RPG and you got like characters, equipment, stats, stuff
Yeah.
like that, you can't go to any other option in the menu.
No.
Yeah, it locks you into just that until you go to that and do each step.
With
Like
a big
mobile
ass
games do
blue
that too.
finger that's like pointing to it, like, do this, stupid.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've experienced other games. I think Yakuza does that. I could be wrong. Like the first time you do it.
Maybe.
But I mean, I get it, but yeah.
The biggest offender to me was Ni no Kuni. I was still getting those tutorial menus like 40 hours into that game.
I cannot. You bringing back bad memories from me.
I know you don't like Mr. Drippy. Mr.
No,
Drippy
I didn't
liked
mind
you.
him. I was just that entire game just pissed me off.
I like that game.
The
That
first
second
one or
game
the
is
second
a
one?
little. The
'Cause I
second
always like
game
the
is a
second
little
one.
weird.
Oh, okay.
The first one, God, man, it suffered from the whole like Persona 3 thing where you can only control your character and your teammates are AI controlled and they're absolutely complete dumbasses.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. Like that game really made me upset, and I made it all the way to the final boss, and I was like, I couldn't beat the final boss. I was like, I'm done.
That second game is weird because you play the prince and he's like really weird. But then like it turns into like a strategy game at some point. Like you do like
Yes, it does.
real time combat shit, and it's just like, what the hell is this game? And I'm sorry, him and his little like dog ears or whatever the fuck it was just didn't sit well with me. I don't know. Those games are weird. I like that first one a lot though, and I like Mr. Drippy. Mr. Drippy was the bomb.
I didn't mind Mr. Drippy. I didn't mind any of the characters in that game. I thought they were fine. I was just I didn't like the combat in it. I didn't like the grind in that game was pretty bad.
There is a huge grind in Ni no Kuni for sure. Oh, I forgot the second game starts with that dude time traveling. He has a gun and shooting fucking. Oh my god, that game's weird.
Okay, I'm not that far. I didn't
Dude,
even
that's
know
the
that.
intro.
Wow.
Like the dude that was he like a Secret Service guy or something? And then he like time travels to the time of the prince, and he's confused or something. Isn't that how the intro?
Oh, at the big. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. I got you. I thought you were talking about something else.
No,
The one-
like. Yeah, because at the beginning you're that dude that becomes like his bodyguard or something. And he's like,
Yeah,
where the
he's
hell am
protecting
I?
them. Yeah.
God, that fucking game, man. Whew. But no, Xenoblade Chronicles is good. I also was, as always, dabbling into the arts of playing old games. And for the first time, I was checking out Xbox because that's like the one that's still not great in a lot of areas. And it was fun to get it set up. But unfortunately, yeah, it's definitely got some issues. I ran into some sound issues with Rally Sport Challenge 2 where it sounded like somebody was grinding metal.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Also not a fan of like that particular program being not controller friendly all that much. Like until you get into the game, like you can't navigate any of the menu. I think that's why I like RetroArch so much, is because it's just like everything is controller driven. It's like playing on TV.
Yeah.
But with like these standalone ones, I have to kind of set it up with a keyboard and mouse before I can actually dig into some of these games. And Xbox stuff is weird. Like you have to build a scratch drive so that it recognizes a hard drive on your computer.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I actually took the discs and ripped them down into ISOs and was checking them out because I legitimately own all of those games. So that's what I was doing. Did a few of my PS2 games too. I ripped down Rygar and was checking that out as well. I learned I can run at 3 times internal resolution on Rygar.
Good game.
Yeah, great game.
Underrated game.
For PlayStation 2, I switched between RetroArch and just standalone PCSX2.
Yeah, that's what I use on the. Okay. And then what were you using for Xbox?
It's called Zemu. If you just go to xemu.app, you can see like all the compatibility. So like I pulled out my discs and saw which ones were compatible and ripped them down and was just kind of running them to see how they would run. And for the most part, they ran well.
Yeah, that's what I used on the Steam Deck, and I did the same thing. I just ripped down the discs that I had. Some of I have issues with Def Jam though. Like it has a stuttering issue. Like once the match starts, and I don't know if it's the soundtrack that's causing it or what, but like the audio starts to slow down. It's like the commentary starts.
Is that Xbox?
Yeah, on the Zemu thing. It's weird.
Honestly, if these games exist on other platforms, I would try those. Xbox emulation is very unstable.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you have a GameCube or a PS2 version, you're probably better off running that. I find, and I don't know if you noticed this one, but GameCube seems to be the one. Like if the game is there, that's probably the place you should try to play it.
Yeah, it seems to. I mean, Dolphin itself is a very good emulator.
Yeah.
That's
Even
right.
through
Yeah, I have
RetroArch,
that too.
Dolphin runs.
You just got to
well.
make sure. You just got to make sure you got enough PC to run it. Obviously,
Yeah.
My laptop sometimes struggles to run the GameCube stuff, but it's not the emulator's fault. It's my laptop's fault.
Yeah. But no,
Okay.
I dig a lot into that. I tried some Wii stuff, Pro Controller stuff, because I don't have a setup for the jiggle. I don't have a jiggle setup. So
Wiggle jiggle.
I played, fucking Tatsunoko vs. Capcom and fucking Castlevania Judgment, if you remember that piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That game was bad.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
game was
God.
bad. That game was very bad. But no, I think I enjoy setting that crap up more than I actually do play. Me and my son
That's
actually.
what I do too.
Yeah, I took my son through a journey on Saturday night. We sat down and he was like, they make games, because he saw a McKids game.
Oh
and
boy.
he said
Wow.
they made games based on, like,
McDonald's.
not just McDonald's, but like licensed shit. And I said, oh
Brand.
yeah, like
Yeah.
this was a big thing. So I let him play Chester Cheetah. I let him play McKids. I let him play the Treasure one, the McDonald's Treasure game, which is actually really
Yep.
good. I let him play.
That game cost my dad a whole lot of money because I rented it from the video game store, and we forgot to take it back before we went on a 2-week vacation.
Oh no!
And yeah, so that game cost my parents a whole lot of money.
And then I let him play. So we booted up Spot Goes to Hollywood on the PlayStation 1, and I had forgotten the intro to that game is like a fucking movie. It's crazy, that intro.
Yeah, they spared no expense with the Spot stuff on PlayStation.
Oh my god! And then we topped it off by him playing Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and he could not believe that there was a video game about Michael Jackson.
On Genesis?
Yeah, the Genesis one.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
There's a video game about anybody.
He discovered that pressing up would do that. Woo! Woo! And
Nice.
and he just stood there and did that for like 10 minutes.
I remember when my kids did that because before I let them, and this was when they were younger, but before I let them play I think I had a 360 at the time. I was like, no, y'all gotta appreciate the classics. So like we played like Sega Genesis and Nintendo games, and the Moonwalker, the woo button. Yeah, my son was particularly enthralled by that and just, stood there hitting the button for that. So yeah.
It's like, woo, woo, woo.
Truth be told, I would do that as well.
I mean, I did it when I was.
Oh, I did it too. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, why would you not? I mean, and then he was like, "Why is the monkey on his back?" I'm like, "That's Bubbles."
That's Bubbles.
Oh, yeah, man.
Child, you were like, Michael Jackson was dead before you were born. It's crazy to me.
Jeez,
For real?
He's been dead for 20 years now, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, not that long.
No.
It's been a while.
I don't even think it's been 10.
That's not true.
I think it's been 10.
I'm
I
looking
think
at
it's like
2009, June 25th, 2009.
13 years ago.
holy shit.
So, yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Not even 10 years. Motherfucker, please.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
That's true. That probably is one of the biggest celebrity deaths in our lifetime.
I watched. See, I was stuck
That
at
one
work.
and Prince.
Yeah, Prince was a big
Yeah,
one.
Prince was, yeah.
I can actually
Bowie.
tell you where I was when I heard Michael Jackson died. I was picking up Penn Station.
I was at home. Like, I was watching the news, actually. It, like, popped up like a breaking news thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was picking up food at Penn Station, and they always have that TV running. And, like, I was standing there, I was like, I texted my wife, I'm like, Michael Jackson died. She's like, no. I'm like, yeah, he's dead. It's crazy.
I remember I was at work and I watched the whole thing, and then like I watched the funeral. They had televised it and everything, and
I mean,
was
it was
just sitting in
huge.
that front lobby
he's,
watching it. I'm just like, this is crazy.
he's one of the biggest musical icons of history. I mean,
Especially
King of
for
Pop.
our generation. I think there's a certain attachment to Michael Jackson from our generation.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. But no, that's yeah. I spent.
Remember that time he hung that baby off the window?
God damn it, Drew! You always got to bring it
Who
back.
can
to
forget?
that. Always got to bring it
Sorry,
back to him
yeah.
dangling his baby
Bring
out.
up old stuff. Why you gotta bring up old stuff? What you doing now?
With a towel over his head? I mean, he did.
He did.
He did.
To call Michael Jackson anything but eccentric. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have a monkey.
Yeah.
He did.
At one time, he did have a monkey.
He had a monkey before it was cool to have a monkey. So.
That's right.
It was cool to have a monkey.
Didn't Sheila Booth buy a monkey or something? Didn't one of these?
I mean, he's also very weird.
Well, yeah. But he's
He
not.
is, yeah.
He's not famous anymore.
He's not quite as talented as Michael Jackson was, though. Anyway. Yeah, no, I spend way too much time dicking around with old games and making them run better, and I don't know that I actually spend a whole lot of time playing them. I like boot them up
Yep.
for like 20 minutes, and that's kind of the extent of it.
That's the world of emulation.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought it was just me.
Nope,
'Cause
that's
I've,
everybody.
Gone through all this stuff.
And you'll
No,
continue
not-
to do it, even though you won't play the games in their entirety.
Yeah.
You'll continue to be
Yep.
like, well, can I play this? And well, how can I
have-
play that?
I have RetroArch on my computer. I have RetroArch on 2 different Raspberry Pis, including one that I modded into an original Super Mario Brothers NES cart. I have
Nice.
RetroArch on my Vita. I have RetroArch on my DS, and I play them almost never.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's
It's
not. I
just
feel
that-
better then.
It's just the joy of modding them, and
And you want to,
Uh,
like, if you want to, it's almost like Google, to where, like, if somebody mentions a game that you remember, you boot it up for 5 minutes,
right.
and you play it, and you're like, oh, shit, yeah, I remember this game.
Yeah, I remember.
Cool,
this. Yeah.
and then you turn it off.
That's what yeah. Like, and I've been, like you said, been maxing out the settings. Like, listen, can I make this? Can I put it in 4K? What will this crash it? What is this going to look like? You know,
Yeah.
like I've been doing all
You
that.
play with all the hacks and stuff. Like, I
Yep.
was messing around with achievements and the cheat codes and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, I can get an achievement for finishing a lap and wave race on the N64. That's cool.
That is cool.
You know, it's
actually.
like, okay. Play with some widescreen hacks to see, like, PlayStation games in widescreen. Yeah, I do that shit.
Yep.
I don't care.
Good. I'm glad it's not just me. All right. Cool.
No. That's it. That's kind of what I've been playing this week besides Overwatch. Fucking. Hey, I learned something
Always
new.
Overwatch.
I learned something new in Overwatch this week.
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, it's amazing. I didn't notice that for 6 years.
That blew my mind because I'm like, you telling me that this man said he done played this game for like 700 hours?
No,
And in this
2,000.
700
No, 2,000 hours.
I'm sorry. Wow. Damn. Okay.
It's
anyway,
even worse, Terrence.
You're right. It's even worse. You ain't noticed that it was alphabetical.
I never noticed. And I was looking for a character. And I was like,
How do you think they just did it? Just do it randomly?
I didn't pay any attention to it. I was just like, I know where the characters are. Like, muscle memory told me where they were. And I knew where they were. And then I realized that Ash was the first DPS. I was like, all right, let me start going down here. Cassidy's number 3. Echo's number 4. Oh, it's in alphabetical order. I'm so stupid.
So they moved Cassidy?
Yeah, Cassidy got moved to the front. Because, he's now starts with a C. As opposed to an
Wait,
M.
who's Cassidy?
That's McCree. They changed his
McCree.
name to Cassidy.
Oh, that's right, because he was named after that guy. I
Yeah.
forgot
The
about
creep
that.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's no longer McCree. He's now Cole Cassidy, I think is his name.
Yeah, Cole
That's
Cassidy.
gonna take some getting used to. Do they keep the same voice actor and stuff?
Same voice actor is still, what's his name, Matt?
Mercer.
Matt Mercer.
Mercer, yeah.
But they re-recorded all the lines that call him McCree. So.
Okay.
Did they redo that complete, movie that they made introducing Ash?
I would assume they did, but the old one's still out there. You know it is.
Yeah.
Unlike the Dragon's Dogma song that cannot be found.
Oh, I can find it. I have it saved on my YouTube.
But isn't it, at the wrong speed? So that it doesn't get copyrighted?
No. It's, I can... I mean, it's the music video with the gameplay in there.
Oh, man, that song was so good, and they took it away. What's wrong with people? Anyway. All right, so now we can talk about what's coming out this week. August, big bad month. But I don't think the first week is a big bad week. But we're going to go through this Series X, PlayStation 5. We're getting Frogun, or Frogun, however you say it. This looks like a Wombat game. It looks like Mega Man Legends art style.
Ooh, okay.
So, Zorro the Chronicles.
A Zorro game?
A Zorro game, yeah.
In the year of our Lord, 2022.
Yeah.
Right.
Straight up.
Wow.
Gonna use your rapier to make a Z in the wall. Gonna do that in 2022. Afterwave Downfall. South of the Circle. Gale of Windoria, and the game nobody responded to my request if they wanted to review Turbo Golf Racing, because nobody wants to play Turbo Golf Racing.
Not particularly.
Turbo Golf Racing?
Yep.
I don't get any of these requests. You guys always talk about this email thing that everybody's attached
You were on
to.
vacation, so I didn't.
I don't get nothing. I wouldn't have responded to review that. But
I didn't figure you would. I usually don't ask you unless it's something that you're super interested in.
yes,
I
please.
know you're
Thank you.
busy.
Yes.
South of the Circle, whatever that is.
Didn't you just mention that?
Did I already say that one?
I remember something about
I'm
a circle.
switching between PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I try not to repeat the same games, but sometimes my brain goes somewhere and I do. A game I'm playing for review, but I'm not allowed to talk about yet. Sword and Fairy Together Forever, and I know by the name it sounds,
Together forever.
but it is actually a third-person Chinese action game.
Gotcha.
So
That's the other Rick roll.
That's right.
yes.
And don't you know I would move heaven and
Did I say Giga Bash yet? Because if I didn't, then there's Giga Bash. Giga Bash. So those are your next-gen games. Not much else on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I'm going to butcher this again. I think we did this a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week. The Quest for Excalibur, Puy du Foi.
Ouais, deux fois.
Puy du Foi.
Wait to foie.
Arcade, Archives, Dig Dug. And then, that's Azure Striker Gunvolt's making its way to Xbox. It's a light week. Let's see what's on Switch. Even Switch is light this week. Hot
I
Lap.
can't believe it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's crazy.
Yeah, even Switch is light this week. We got Hot Lap League Deluxe Edition, Before We Leave, Pure Crosswords, the best crossword puzzle word game ever! Exclamation point.
Oh.
90 Degree Soccer, Absolute Drift, Roll the Cat, Sophia and the Ancient Clan, and Toy Soldiers HD, and those are all the games coming out this week. So I didn't say one thing there that I was like, okay. That's a big game.
Son is furiously refreshing Game Pass every day, waiting for Party Animals to drop.
Next Party
I
Animals.
think that's probably late this year, I think.
Yeah. The Party Animals is a game similar probably to something like Gang Beasts.
Yeah, like a
No, floppy
multiplayer
physics.
floppy fighter.
Yeah.
Mm.
He and his friends love all those games like that.
All right.
Gotcha.
He
News,
knows
baby.
better than to ask Dad to play them with him.
Yeah, exactly. My son constantly tries to get me to play those games. Nah, dog. It's all good. But you know what me and my son will be playing? Mario Kart DLC Pack 2, baby.
Yeah.
Finally got a
What's
date.
going to be in that?
Yep, I've got the tracks. You ready? It's out on Friday, so that will be the big release for the week. We've got 2 new cups. Hold on. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. 2 new cups with 4 tracks each. So we've got the Turnip Cup, which includes New York Minute from Mario Kart Tour, Super Nintendo's Mario Circuit 3, N64's Calamari Desert,
That's a good one.
and the crown jewel of this cup, the DS Waluigi Pinball.
Oh, yeah, that's a great.
Wow.
That's
That
a
is,
good.
yeah.
The second cup is the Propeller Cup, which is once again a tour track, Sydney Sprint, the GBA track Snowland, the Wii track Mushroom Gorge, and a brand new track called Sky High Sunday.
Sky High Sunday.
Yep, that's a wholly original new track. So, there you go. That is the big release for this week.
How much is that?
It's $30 for all of it, for all whatever, how many of they're going to do, or it's free if you have the Nintendo Switch expansion pass.
Right.
So,
Ooh, it's free. Sweet.
yep, I have the expansion pass, so I will be playing those tracks.
Me too. All right.
Capcom put out series sales numbers, and the one that stuck out to me and makes me cry a little bit, Mega Man has sold 38 million copies since its inception. Sounds like a lot, but
For and that's
every
like
game,
the
In
series,
all,
like
every
ever.
series?
every
like
game
all
across,
Mega Man.
yeah, everything with Mega Man.
Wow.
So,
That really? That seems so.
I mean,
Considering how many copies of Elden Ring have sold?
well, if you look at Capcom franchises, obviously Resident Evil's number one at like over 100 million. Next up is Monster Hunter at like 80 million. Street Fighter's at like 60 million. And then Mega Man is down at 38 million. Dragon's Dogma sold 7 million copies.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That was a big game, though. I mean, people went nuts over that.
It was, but it still didn't reach like 10 million. 10 million is like that threshold of like, this is a super hit. So, we'll do that in a minute. I'm just going through this. Beyond Good and Evil 2 has begun playtesting.
Fuck off.
So like that game actually is out there being played.
I don't believe it.
Nobody does.
I don't believe it, but I want to believe it because I really want that game. I loved the first one, and I have been excited for this one for, oh God, it seems like 47 years now.
Yeah, but it feels like, is it really going to be Beyond Good and Evil 2?
At this point, no. Like
we left that game on a cliffhanger that we're probably never going to get resolved.
Yep, I agree. I do not think that, and that actually is what I think I'm most sad about out of the whole thing, because I actually did enjoy Jade and the story of Beyond Good and Evil. But what excites me about this is because I'm a big space, dude. So like being able to go to different planets, and if it works how they're saying, I really don't know. But being able to separate with a friend and they're on some other planet and you're doing this or whatever, like I don't know. The whole thing, if it actually ever comes out, could be fun. I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic.
I mean, we'll see. Ubisoft is fucking up a lot lately.
They absolutely
Canceling
are,
games,
yes.
and I don't even know what's going on over there. According to an interview with ex-Eidos Montreal founder, he says that during their time at Square Enix, the writing was on the wall that Sony was very interested in acquiring Square. So maybe that's still going to happen?
I could see it.
I mean, Xbox fans wouldn't be that mad because we don't get their games anyway, but the Switch fans are going to be pissed.
Yes, they are.
Because Sony ain't going to share. Sony don't share like Microsoft do.
No. And I know, like, the fanboys are all like, well, Microsoft should buy Square. Even if Microsoft wanted to buy Square, I 100% do not think the Japanese government would allow that sale to go through.
No,
I don't think they would let a major American company buy. Like, I don't think they would do that.
No, and I think that's truthful. Like, we said this when the news came out that Square sold off, those 3 studios and Tomb Raider and all that. It was really so that they didn't have any American ties.
Yep, that's yep.
Sony could just snap them up. So,
I believe that is what is going. I believe that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then Xbox players will never play Final Fantasy VII Remake ever.
No, never.
Unless you have all the consoles.
Yeah, if you're just a gamer and you just buy the consoles, you can play. Although PS4 players won't get to finish Final Fantasy VII Remake either. So there is that. They didn't even get to finish the first one, Part 1. That DLC does not work on PS4. Fucking crazy.
Know that? That's so messed up.
Yeah, the Yuffie DLC does not work on PS4.
I did not know that. I thought they at least made it backwards compatible for them.
Nope.
Wow.
Gotta have PS5 to play Yuffie.
Alright.
Fucking crazy, man. Like, that game took so long that not even Part 1 got finished on the platform it launched on. It's crazy. Alright. Roblox removing the oof sound. I know this has been a topic for a long time, but it's now official. It's gone.
Yep. It's gone.
Tommy Tallarico
Why?
won. It's his sound.
Copyright.
Yeah, it's a copyrighted sound.
Oof.
Yeah, it's an
There's
actual.
a very specific oof.
Yeah. There was literally a campaign on Twitter a couple days ago when it happened called Save the Oof.
Okay, I didn't even hear this. This is
My kids mentioned it to me because they play that game, but like, because Tommy, he ain't got enough money. Like, he couldn't just let them have that one. Like,
He lost all
or
his
is it
money
just
on
principle of thing?
the Amico.
Mm.
Remember that?
Yeah, and that way he figured that was a big enough oof. For
Yeah, that was the biggest oof.
the rest of the life.
He needed another oof.
Crazy, man. Like, I guess.
Yeah, they'll replace it with something else.
Licensing, I'm telling you, is the only thing that's going to be the death of everything.
Yo, for sure.
It's not digital,
For
it's not
sure.
physical, it's fucking licensing, man. That's a
Yep.
killer. Alright, you want to know what your free games are for the month? Games with gold. That's a big oof.
I was
Yeah,
about
for
to
sure.
say.
We get
Oof so big, Tommy Tallarico owns it.
we get Calico, Scourgebringer, Saints Row 2, which is an excellent game, but let's be honest, who doesn't own that?
Right.
And Monaco, what's yours is mine?
yeah.
That's the first review
But-
Jade did for us, wasn't it?
It was. But is this the last of the
October.
360?
October is the last month.
October?
Yep.
You think they'll go out with a bang or no?
No, they'll go out with a whimper. Games with gold has sucked for a long time, Drew.
I mean, I'm not, you're not lying, but I don't know what else they can do.
I mean, at this point, it's going to look really bad because let's talk about what you get for what is PlayStation Plus games. Because we'll get into because there's 3 fucking tiers now, so it's all confusing. But your normal PlayStation Plus this month, Tony Hawk 1 and 2, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Little Nightmares. They just shat all over.
Wait, the new Tony Hawk?
Yeah, the 1
like
and 2 remake. Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, they whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, they murdered Xbox.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not even close. Now,
No.
let's talk about the bad side of this. In this announcement, Sony also announced, so they have 3 tiers. They have the Essential, the Plus, and the Premium. Essential gets you Yakuza Like a Dragon. If you have Plus, you get Yakuza Kiwami, Kiwami 2,
And Zero.
And Zero. But if you have Premium, you get all those games plus 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That is the most confusing thing. Oh my God. Okay.
Fun fact, if you have Game Pass, you have all of those.
You get all 7 games, or all 8 games.
That's actually where I played them.
Yeah. That's just that Game Pass just has them all in one tier, as opposed to, and like the fanboys online were trying to argue this. They're like, "Well, you gotta have Xbox Live Gold." I was like, "No, Game Pass is just Xbox Live Gold. It is just that."
The ultimate is.
Yeah. And I'm just like, but you don't have to have that to play these games. You can just have Game Pass.
Yes, you can.
And that's $10. That's $10 a month.
$10, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, spreading the Yakuza game, and what their reasoning is they're considering the premium tier to be classic games, and they consider those to be PS2 games. So.
What?
Or PS3 games, or whatever the fuck they were. I don't know.
They were PS3 games.
Yeah. So, there you go.
They're doing too much, as usual, but that's fine.
I mean, they had to try to make their premium worth something, because those 2 piddly PSP games they gave us for the month of July can suck my ass, because fuck you, really? 2 fucking PSP games?
I didn't even realize that.
I mean, it's bad. Like, your first month wasn't great, and your second month is 2 PSP games? 2 PSP games. You have a library of 800 to 1,000 PS1 games, and you give me 2 PSP games.
What were they supposed to do? Give you Metal Gear Solid?
They're supposed to give me fucking something.
Peace Walker? Is that what you wanted, man? Like, Jesus, what you looking for?
I definitely didn't want the 2 games they gave me. I don't care what people say. I think that fucking Loco Roco shit's boring. I don't want to play that.
Wow, then don't play them, Ken.
For those who don't know, it's a reference to somebody online who got mad at me because I called the games with gold trash. Like, why do you care if I call them trash? Like, well, don't play them. I'm like, I won't.
First of all, you.
Checkmate.
Right.
Jesus. People get upset, man. I don't know what it is. Sony did do a deep dive on the PlayStation VR this week. They now have a see-through view, so you can see your surrounding environments.
Oh, good.
You can broadcast yourself while you're playing. You will now be able to customize your play area by scanning the room.
Sounds a lot like they just took everything from Oculus.
Yes,
they did. I said that. I was like, my Quest does all. Well, except for the broadcast thing.
Well,
yeah.
Hold on. Because that's the next story I have. Meta said, y'all, and increase the price of the Quest.
I don't understand.
By $100.
I'm so glad that, so my son has wanted one for a long time, and I'm so glad that we went ahead and got it for his birthday this year and didn't wait.
Dude, I almost bought one. That's never happened, ever.
No. You would never see the Series X go up to $699 just randomly.
Even in all the supply crunch that they had, the manufacturers didn't raise the price.
And also, we're in an inflation.
Yeah.
A recession. And they're going to raise it by
Zuckerberg don't care. he don't care nothing about none of that. He said, y'all gotta pay this money
He's not
if you
in a
want to live in
recession.
my metaverse. No, he's
No.
not. No, he's like, y'all want to live in the metaverse? You got to pay the meta tax.
Didn't
now.
the metaverse lose like $2 billion?
No, but they're so I did read that the after Apple made the change to allow users to opt out of app tracking, it cost Meta $10 billion in ad revenue.
Man, what's it like to be able to afford that be a cost?
Yeah.
Right.
And they said basically that $10 billion that they lost in app revenue is basically what they've spent on the metaverse.
Motherfucker, I got mad at a $5 charge on my credit card last week. And these motherfuckers is dropping $10 billion in bad times.
Yeah. My wife watches these like home like renovation shows, and I was sitting there watching one of them, and I was like, I just saw this house that these people were renovating, and I'm just like, I hate rich people. I hate them.
They're very just throwing money away, and I'm like, dude, I got, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls.
I mean, I work upwards to 50 hours a week, and I'm able to afford what I got, I guess.
I mean, I'm better off than a lot of people.
Oh,
but
count your many blessings.
Exactly, and I do, and I try not to be, kind of just spendy and buying things that I don't need, because there's always something. But just to see, like, I watched a documentary recently, and I was telling Anthony about this, about game collecting, like classic game collecting.
Right.
And there was a guy on there who was a dentist who was spending $84,000 on a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers, and I'm just like, why?
Exactly.
$84,000 would buy, like, poor people a home.
Yep.
And you're spending it on a fucking Super Mario cartridge
that you're not going to do anything with.
You're just going to put it on the shelf.
You're just going to put it on a shelf. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. $84,000.
Like, I mean, I collect things.
I don't collect shit.
See, and I do, like, because I have like a bunch of Funko Pops. I have, action figures. I collect stuff that's cool, but I draw the line at a certain dollar amount because it's literally just going to sit on a shelf. Like, I'm not going to spend $5,000 so I can walk in and see a statue of Darth Vader every day. For what? Like, I'm going to get pissed every time I see that thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, this came up recently. When I was cleaning out my garage, I was looking for my copy of Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for the GameCube because I knew I had it. And, like, I just couldn't find it. And finally my wife's like, why don't you just buy it and replace it? And I was like, well, let me check the price. $200.
Nope.
To replace it. And I was like, nah. I was like, I could buy it if I wanted to, but I'm not paying $200 for
absolutely not. No.
One game. No.
My threshold for pretty much anything is $15. If it's $10, $10. When it hits $15, I'm like, do I really need this?
If I would have so much more money if I was a stronger man as you.
I
got $15.
I'll be honest with you. Like, my parents knocked that into my head when I was a kid. They're like, you need to save money. You need to have insurance. You need to have this.
That's
you need
good.
to have that. And I was just like, and I'm the most stingy motherfucker on the planet. It drives my wife up a wall.
This is why he plays Paw Patrol every day.
Right.
I was like, how much is it? $16. Put that fucking thing back.
Do I really need this shit?
Do I need this? Do I need this?
Do I need name brand Q-tips?
No, you don't.
No, the off-brand ones, they work just as good. It's fine.
Get the Walmart brand.
There's only certain things that I will not skimp on.
I'm the same way.
I was going to say, toilet paper's one of them.
Toilet paper,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Cheetos.
Cereal. Yeah, it's like I don't buy off-brand of cereal. It has to be the name brand.
Yeah.
And there's something else. I can't think of. There's something else, but yeah, there's certain stuff where I'm like, nope, I can't go cheap. I will pay a little extra.
Yeah.
For me in this house, it's my soda. My wife and my son buy the generic shit. I don't tell them like they have to. They just do. But me, no way. No way.
Yeah, I don't think
Coca-Cola.
I could do generic soda. Yeah, it'd have to be Coca-Cola. When I drink it, like it has to be a Coke.
Well, I drink
the
all
good thing
diet
is I don't
shit
drink
now.
Cokes anymore.
Well, I
so-
drink diet soda, but it still has to be like I've tried the generic diet soda. I don't care for it, but like no like Diet Mountain Dew, no sugar Dr Pepper, like I can drink that.
Gotcha.
No, I dropped complete. I only drink water.
I mean, what about your Flavor Town?
I do put my little flavor packets in it.
I mean, I drink those too.
Like Neo or something?
No, it's like honestly, I got addicted to these. It's supposed to be like flavored like Crush, like there's orange, strawberry, and grape.
I do
okay.
Starburst. I get the blueberry Starburst. Those are good.
It's 5 calories, no sugar, and I just fill up I got a blender bottle, and I just shake it up and I drink it. And for my caffeine in the mornings, I drink some G Fuel.
I mean, doesn't that have sugar in it?
No sugar.
I mean,
I
my
don't know
diet
what
soda
G
doesn't
Fuel
have.
is.
It's
Nope.
Gatorade, isn't it? Ain't that a Gatorade brand or a
think
Gatorade
so.
product? Oh,
No, that you're thinking of Propel.
oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, my diet soda, like the only one that has any calories is Mountain Dew. Like my Dr Pepper and my Coke Zero, those have 0 calories. They don't have any sugar either one of them.
Problem is, I had a soft drink while I was at the beach, and I'll be honest with you, that was the most like heavy, like it left like a film in my mouth, and I was just like, man, I can't go back to these.
No, absolutely. Like it's funny now that I've completely cut out like sugar. Like I don't eat snack cakes. I don't eat ice cream. I don't drink, sugar soda anymore. But like when I took my son to Kings Island, like I had some Dippin' Dots and a Coke because we're in the theme park. I'm just gonna eat what's there, and I'm allowed to cheat every now and then. And like, I'm gonna be real honest with you that those Dippin' Dots, man, they gave me some wicked gas for like 24 hours.
You find out that you're actually lactose intolerant.
Yeah, really. I was like, how? But like drinking the regular Coke, it was almost gross to me now.
Yeah, dude, it's so heavy. Like afterwards, you just feel so bloated.
Yeah, like there's something about the sugar taste now that I just don't like. Like I'm so used to drinking non-sugar sodas now.
Yeah,
And
it
I
feels
don't.
like there's like a film all over my teeth.
Yeah, and I don't eat like cookies. Like I have what they call them keto cookies, so they're not like real cookies. But I don't eat like Little Debbie shit. I don't eat ice cream. I don't eat.
Oh, are you keto? You
Keto.
doing keto cookies?
I have issues with my blood, so I had to
Gotcha.
basically cut all my sugar out of my diet. So
I got you. I've done something similar because I had some issues as well, and have done that too. Because I did like keto for a little bit, so I was wondering. But
it's not bad. I'm gonna be honest with you; those cookies are actually pretty good. Now they're expensive as fuck.
they are, yeah,
Yeah, that's
they
the-
are.
that's the problem.
Oh my
All
god,
that
that stuff
stuff.
is so high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
pay
expensive.
like I get them off Amazon, and I pay $20 for 3 bags of cookies.
Fuck.
I mean, they're so expensive.
Yeah.
I tried the
I-
cereal, like the no sugar cereal. That shit is gross.
It's garbage. It's like eating cardboard.
I bought
Yeah.
a sample pack of what they call it, Magic Spoon.
Oh god, those are horrible.
Yeah, I had like 4 different flavors, and I tried all 4 of them. I'm like, every one of these is bad.
They suck. They suck.
Yep. But the cookies
Yeah,
ain't
no.
bad. I like the cookies.
No, I mean honestly, it's just been what really helped me out the most was like just calorie counting. Just like I allot myself 1,900 calories a day, and I stick by that, and I lose 1.5 pounds a week.
I've lost 25 pounds since I cut out sugar 2 months ago.
You've lost 25 pounds in 2 months. That's wild, dude.
You have no idea how much sugar I drank. It was
Yeah,
ungodly.
I mean, I didn't do that. I started working out and doing, just trying to cut back. I mean, we honestly, what we do is on a regular Monday night, we'll just roasting vegetables, like roasted Brussels sprouts, roasted broccoli, and maybe like a salmon, like a roasted salmon kind of thing. That fills us up, and that's like 700 calories max. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't eat nearly as much as I used to, but I think, just as an example, I probably should have killed myself. I used to drink 4 to 5 20-ounce bottles of Coke a day.
Dude, how do you fuck it? God, I know. I got a coworker
That's
that
where,
does that.
yeah.
That's, I mean,
I used
when I cut that
to-
out, yeah.
I was going through like 2 or 3 12-packs of Coke a week.
Yeah.
Like it was insane that I like you, I lost so much weight like right off the bat when I stopped drinking, when I cut out all those sugars and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually it's crazy because like the other day, like I weighed myself and I was super happy because I was finally under, and I'm not ashamed, I'm finally under 300 pounds, which I have not been since I was like in high school.
Yeah.
Like I'm at 293 something. I was super excited. Like, yeah.
It's crazy how fast it comes off when you get rid of that garbage, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
what I tell everybody this. Like, seriously, like, if you're listening and you want to lose some weight, and if you drink sodas in any capacity, if you cut out sodas, just cut out sodas, you will lose 10 pounds guaranteed just doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even cut
For
out
sure.
sodas. Like, I just switched to diet. And I still dropped 25 pounds. I mean, and that's also, I literally stopped everything. Like, no ice cream, no cakes.
Keep in mind, you're also doing some yoga.
I am. I do DDP yoga once a day, every day. So
DDP Yoga, I'm telling you, anybody listening, I'm not endorsed by that man. His shit works. It works.
it is.
My wife actually does. She does yoga in the mornings, and she always tries to get. I can't, like, some of the stuff I can do, some of it I can't because of my back injury. But
You should
I will have to look into this.
You should
Okay.
do DDP yoga.
DDP
because
Yoga is specifically for rehabilitation. I'm telling you, man.
There is
it
a-
is phenomenal.
There is a. I know Drew didn't do this, but there is a session that you can do that's in a chair, and it will work.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, you can totally do it, and it's even if you don't need to be in a chair, it definitely still works. I did some of the ones in the chair. I'm like, damn, this is
You'll start sweating your ass off sitting in a chair.
good stuff. It works.
It's
Be
awesome.
looking into it. Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
I cannot suggest that enough. DDP Yoga is amazing.
Yep, it's good, and it's not expensive too. I think we paid like $30 for 3 months.
No,
Just
it's
test it out.
$100 a year.
Yeah,
And it saved Jake the Snake's life.
it did
And it
save
did.
Jake the Snake's life. Anything that saves Jake the Snake's life is a good thing.
Well, hell yeah. So okay, bet. Yeah, I'm looking at this after the show.
All right,
Thank
let's
you.
get back to the
Appreciate it.
news because we got more news. Speaking of inflation, recession, all that fun stuff. So Sony was flat out asked if they would consider increasing the PS5 price. They declined to answer that question.
So does that mean hell no or yeah?
We'll see. We want to see where this recession goes. I don't know. I doubt they do, but it's weird that they wouldn't just say they wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Probably sitting there saying, what's Phil over there doing?
Well, actually, that was part of the conversation, is that both of their results came out and they've both declined year over year, which we expected because the COVID boom was going to die down eventually.
Sure.
So, and, neither one of these companies has enough consoles to make money currently because they're not selling consoles right now because there's just not enough of them. So, both of them are down year over year. I think Sony was down like 37%.
Jeez.
Which seems like a lot, especially considering they had, 4 first-party big games this year?
Yeah.
I don't know. Speaking of PlayStation and Xbox, their fanboys both got mad this week for stupid reasons.
That's the
But on both
epitome
sides.
of a fanboy.
But both sides got mad for different dumb reasons. The Xbox fanboys were mad because somebody asked Phil Spencer, I don't know if you saw that thing floating around on Twitter, like, what was your first game? What was your last game? What is the game you're
Right.
looking? So his was God of War. Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, I saw that. He was
Yeah.
excited about it or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay if he's excited to play a video game.
No, the Xbox fanboys were mad.
Mm.
Now, can you tell me why the PlayStation fans are mad?
No.
So, the Xbox has continuously outsold the PlayStation brand for the last 3 quarters. I bet you didn't know that in North America.
No, I did not know that.
So, they have outsold them. You know what? You know why the PlayStation fans are mad? Because that includes S.
Oh, God. Ridiculous.
Oh,
I mean, that was the whole reasoning behind the Series S.
yeah. Exactly.
Was for the people who bought a PlayStation 5. Hey, if you want to come over to Xbox, we have a cheaper version, and you can have a lot of fun with it.
And you can just put Game Pass on it and be good to go.
And you're good to go.
Yeah. I normally don't talk about the fanboy stuff, but the fact that each one of them was mad about a different dumb reason this week just made me want to talk about it, just so I could say, you're all stupid.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about these companies. Like, just play the games and get over it. Tactics Ogre Reborn. We have a leaked release date, November 11th. Supposedly coming to PC and PlayStation, I think. So.
Okay.
PlayStation 5's new beta update finally gives you folders and 1440p resolution. I got this beta and I have a huge problem. The folders only work in your collection. They do not work in your installed games.
Wait, what?
So you don't have a PS5, Drew, but in the PlayStation 5's game library, there's 3 tiers. There's your installed games, the ones that are on your hard drive, your collection, which is all the games you own. I forget what the third one is. Brian, maybe you remember. I don't remember. But the folders only work in the collection one, so it's just the one of all the games you own. It does not work in your installed library.
Okay.
Which basically makes it useless for me because I don't want to folder all the games that are in my collection. I want to folder the ones that are installed.
That are ready to be played.
Yeah. So.
Well, I've never been the one to use folders anyway.
When they added them to the Switch, I didn't use them either because it only worked in the game library. So, like, when you go all the way to the end of the line,
yeah,
click that button, that's where you can folder stuff. You can't folder it on the main screen. And I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, if you remember the PS3 cross-media bar, as shitty as it was, when you built folders on there, they were in the cross-media bar. You just scrolled down, went to PS2, and opened it and played your game. Nobody's done that since. Like, even Xbox's is just as bad. The group shit, that group shit's terrible. I don't like any of this stuff.
I don't like the groups thing. It doesn't make it easier to get the stuff.
No, it doesn't. Like, I don't understand why people can't just do, like, the PS3 did it perfectly. Just do it like that. Like, this is not hard. I mean, even Sony did it and can't do it again. Anyway.
That just goes to show you that it is hard. That's what it is.
It's really not. They just make it hard. Come on. You did it on probably the worst back-end system, like, user interface system of all time. But you can't do it on these new ones?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Whatever. GTA 6 details came out. Will feature 2 protagonists. One of them is a Latin female, and it will be more like a Bonnie and Clyde style story.
There were all sorts of people pissed about that, too.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I don't understand why that is a problem.
I mean, people
suck ass.
Yeah, people are stupid. Apparently, they're also going to... This game's going to be so big that their DLC will be new cities.
Yeah.
Which is...
saw that.
Are they actually going to do DLCs?
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. They were going to support Red Dead Online, too, and, that's dead now.
Yep.
Red Dead Online. Whatever.
They just going to become a Grand Theft Auto, like, that's all they're going to put out. Like, that.
I hope not. I hope they still release another Red Dead, but it sure seems like that's where the money is, so...
Yeah, you go where the money is, I guess.
Yeah, that's a shame. Oh well. Go. Sorry.
No, you're good. Next up, the Kotor remake. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was supposed to be out at the end of this year.
Yeah. Is it coming to Xbox now?
That game has been delayed indefinitely.
Ooh.
Wait.
When you delay a remake indefinitely.
Yeah.
They delayed a remake that was only on the first part, like it was only for PlayStation, right? Or was it on the PC too?
It was PlayStation with PC following, and then I guess he said on Twitter, like, yeah, it'll probably come to other things eventually.
Wow.
So, from what I heard, just gathering news up for this story, so the company is making this called Aspire. And if you don't know who they are, they're mostly known for porting a bunch of old 64 and PlayStation and PC games to these new consoles. So they did like the Episode 1 Racer and was it Republic Commando and a couple other things, Jedi Knight games to like the Switch. So they took on this task, and apparently they built a vertical slice that they showed to LucasArts and PlayStation, and it didn't go so well because they said it took us all this time to build this vertical slice. We don't have the money or the resources to continue building this. And then two of the people left, two of the directors left, and my guess is that Aspire will not be making this game because it's just way too big a scope for them as a team. So,
Interesting.
Who knows if this gets made, but from what I hear, the soonest this game would come out now is 2025.
Jeez, why even bring it up?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't even need to be made, honestly. Like, the first, I mean, yeah, they're older, but the first two have been on, like, they're on the newer console, so you can still play the game. Just make a new one. Like, that's what people have wanted for the longest time, is another Knights of the Old Republic, because the online MMO one, even though they thought and hoped it was going to be, you know, the 4th, 5th, and 6th, whatever, people just want the regular game. Like, just make another one.
Yep. But they probably won't. So, I don't know. I think it was a mistake to announce it early. I always think it's a mistake to pay for console exclusivity. I think that's dumb. And now that game, God knows if it ever comes out. Who knows?
Yeah. This was just a comedy of errors, apparently, that they made. Like, my God.
Finally, I have the rundown of the Annapurna Showcase. We've got some new games. We have a release date reveal for Hindsight. It's a narrative exploration game launching on August 4th. Switch, Steam, and iOS. A new game called Bounty Star. It's an over-the-shoulder 3D action game launching on the Game Pass as well as PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 and Steam. Developed by Dino God. Apparently it's a mech/farming simulator.
Which one is that?
That's Bounty Star.
Okay.
The next game announced was
Mech/farming simulator. Huh?
yeah. If you watch the trailer, you'll get what I'm getting at here. But play as a broken but powerful ex-soldier named Clementine McKinney, a war veteran, talented fighter, and expert mech pilot. Yeah. So there you go. Flock is another new game announcement, which I had to question on Twitter. Didn't they already make a Flock from Capcom? Remember that? It was about sheep.
Yeah, about sheep.
Well, this game is also about sheep. It's developed by Hollow Ponds and Richard Hogg, who previously worked together on Hohokum and I Am Dead. Flock is about
Batman.
Batman is dead.
Like Batman.
Flock is about the joy of flight and collecting adorable flying creatures with your friends, launching on Game Pass, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 4, and Steam. There's a developer called UVULA. How would you pronounce that?
Uvula?
Yeah.
Uvula?
Yeah.
Like the thing that hangs down in your throat?
Yeah.
Keita Takahashi's new game from the guys that made Katamari. They didn't put a name on it, so I don't.
I'm sure it's going to be weird.
The Lost Wild was another new game announcement. It's a survival horror adventure game developed by Great Ape Games, where you survive against dinosaurs. So,
okay.
I guess Ark in nature, survival game. Thirsty Suitors was a new trailer was shown for that. It will also be launching on Game Pass. And it was announced for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch coming in 2023.
That's actually a pretty funny name.
Thirsty Suitors. Well, it literally is about what you think it's about. It's about dealing with your exes and cooking and skateboard. It's an interesting looking game. I'm not going to lie. Let's see here. Annapurna also partnered with developers Yarnow, a new studio based in Texas and Atlanta, Georgia, and Third Shift, a German studio working on their debut single-player road trip adventure Forever Ago. The team also announced returning partnerships with Cardboard Computer, the creators of the award-winning Kentucky Road Zero, and Dreamfield, the studio behind the acclaimed title If Found.
If found.
Couple of shadow drops. Hohokum is coming to Steam. That's that old PlayStation game. And then What Remains of Edith Finch got a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X upgrade to 4K 60. And then they announced a bunch of games coming to other platforms. The Outer Wilds is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S on September 15th. The Pathless will launch on Xbox and Switch this winter. Maquette will launch on Xbox Game Pass and Switch this winter. And Solar Ash is coming to Steam and Xbox Game Pass this winter. So, there's all your announcements from Annapurna. Anyway.
Gotcha.
I have an email here.
You have an email.
I have an email. Comes from Antonio. He says, what kind of rabbit holes do you guys fall down into on social media? For the past couple of days, I've been watching YouTube videos of a guy working at McDonald's from a first-person view.
Holy shit, I've seen those. Those are awesome.
That's crazy. Another is a documentary series on YouTube where each episode focuses on a third world country that chronicles the movement of goods and people in various forms of transportation. Says, I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm deep in the rabbit hole of belief of non-human intelligent life on Earth. I bring this up because there has been some very intensive proposals by the Senate Intelligence Committee that, if passed, would likely end one of the most profound questions that has plagued us for so many years. It's written like a believer's wet dream and seems to be pretty clear that the committee has fed enough information that they think there is some truth to what has been reported for decades.
Well, I'm big on the internet mystery stuff. I like the gosh, how do I?
I was like, I don't know what you're reaching for here. What are you doing?
There is. I don't know why I fell into this guy's channel. Sunny V2 is his name. He's an Australian man who talks about like, hey, you remember this guy who used to be a live streamer like 7 years ago? Whatever happened to him? He does like those things.
Where are they now kind of thing?
Yeah, the kind of where are they now or what happened to their channel kind of thing. He's done a lot of those. I'm big into him. I love Nexpo. Nexpo does some great stuff on internet mysteries and real life mysteries and stuff too. I used to be really big into Jim Can't Swim, which is criminal psychology. Unfortunately, that channel got shut down for dumb reasons, where they do like a deep dive into like a person's interrogation. I like that kind of stuff.
I now want to watch a first-person video of somebody working at McDonald's.
There's a whole channel devoted to it.
That sounds crazy to me. Like, the internet has given us the ability to do some weird shit.
Yeah, he wears like a GoPro and works behind, like, cooking at McDonald's.
I would really like to watch that. That sounds
okay.
So stupid.
He has tons of videos.
Like, how has he not been sued?
I think he owns the McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would do it. Because I was about to say, like, yeah, that definitely would be a lawsuit. But yeah, if he franchised it, they can't stop that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to watch that. Huh?
I'm boring. I just watch video game shit. Like, I've gotten obsessed lately with this series by a dude named Matt McMuscles called What Happened.
What happened?
Yeah, basically he looks at like games that were failed or canceled or stuff like that, and like he does the research of like how that happened. So, like, I watched one he did on a 3DO. I watched one he did on Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Like, there's just tons of them. They're very entertaining.
I like Oddheader, who finds, like, hidden stuff in games, Easter eggs, that kind of thing.
Like, I mentioned it before, but I like You Can Beat Video Games. That's my current favorite video game YouTube channel. He does retro games and basically shows different ways to beat them or the easiest ways to beat them.
Right.
It's crazy, man. YouTube has, like, changed the game for, like, shit you can watch. Like, I watch YouTube on my TV now. Like, it's not just at my computer. Like, I'll sit down. Like, I'm excited because I've been watching Digital Foundry Retro, where they go back to the PS3 for all the years that it was out, and basically are looking at all the games that were native 1080p. It's fascinating shit.
One of my favorite channels is Gas Station Encounters, which is a guy who is, he runs a gas station in Ohio, and he just films people stealing and them confronting them.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
He's got some really good stuff on there.
Like, man, this is the kind of shit that would, like, big networks would try to do, and now people are just popping it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's exactly what this is.
It's crazy, man. It's cool, but it's crazy.
There's a lot of production value in a lot of those.
Oh, dude, like
Nexpo takes like 2 months to work on a video, and it's like an hour long.
Yeah, like some of the stuff I watch, I just look at it and I'm like, y'all could be in, like, real television. Like, your editing skills are superb.
The thing is they kind of are in real television. This is what television has become now.
True. I mean, they do make money from it, so I guess that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's
as
cool.
As far
though.
as, like, little rabbit holes go, I don't know. Like, there's been plenty of times I'll do, like, Wikipedia article after Wikipedia article.
Yeah,
man.
Most of that's pretty random for me. There's not really anything that's connected. It's like I hear a song on the radio, and it's like, oh, let me look up that band, and then you look up the band, and then you follow the lead singer, and then you follow the lead singer's parents, and then it's like you just end up in a.
Dude, I fell down a
hole.
rabbit hole of the band Green Jello a few months ago.
Oh man!
Holy shit! The stories about that band is just wild. And in that, I discovered they released a new album like a year and a half ago. I'm just like, really? And I listened to it. I was like, oof.
I bet it's bad.
It's real bad. But yeah, you get into these things where, like, you're looking, like, the stuff we grew up with, we didn't get the behind the scenes, kind of like we had to wait on books to be written, and now you can just literally pull up a Wikipedia article and just follow that rabbit hole as deep as it goes, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome. I love learning about this shit and, like, what happened to all of this stuff.
My son gets annoyed at me because he'll ask about stuff sometimes, and I'll tell him to look it up, and and I'm like, listen, when I was your age, if I wanted to know about something, I had to look it up in an actual encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Thank you. I tell my kids that all the time. Like, don't come and ask me a question. I had to walk to the library. Like, I had to leave my house and go somewhere to find the answer. Y'all can do it from your phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
geez.
That's what I tell him every now and then. I'm like, you have the entire catalog of human knowledge
Yep.
at your fingertips.
I love it, Ryan. This is exactly the same stuff I say to my kids, like, all the time. You guys you walk around with knowledge. Like, I had to go somewhere to find it at your age.
Yeah. Or you just never knew what that song was.
Yeah, sometimes
Yep,
you go to
just never
bed
knew.
driving yourself crazy because you couldn't remember the name of an actor in a movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Now
That
they
was-
just be like, hey, Siri, what's that song? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
IMDb.com. Who was this? What else were
literally-
they in?
The one thing that gets me, and, you know, I mean, this is really starting to sound like old man podcast, but that's okay.
It's been there, Drew, since we were talking about all the changes we made in our diets based on our blood work.
Yeah,
This is true.
That's
Yep.
100% that.
But
yeah.
for me, I feel like people were more reliable back in the 90s and early 2000s. And,
Yeah,
and I say
Every
that,
generation feels like that again about the generation behind them.
I say that because, you know, nowadays I could easily, you know, set up something with like some friends, and they could just send me a text saying, "Sorry, man, I can't make it," and cancel on me at the last minute. You know, in 1999, if I said, "Hey, we're gonna meet up at the mall at 10 o'clock," your ass better be there because I ain't got no way of getting in contact with you.
That's the thing is like you remember
you was
like,
gonna be there.
you talking about texting people. Like remember when you had to motherfucking call a motherfucker?
Oh
you
yeah,
had to remember their phone number?
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't
People
even tell
have
you.
panic attacks now whenever they have to make a phone call.
Dude, I couldn't tell you one phone number.
I couldn't either. It's funny. My wife and I were talking about this yesterday, and we both can remember our phone number as a kid.
Yeah, I remember that number. 100%.
You had to remember it, but like she was like, "Well, what's my number?" I was like, "I have no idea."
I have no clue.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no clue.
We're finding that out. My wife is getting a new phone tomorrow, and just so happened her current phone died this morning, and so I got her this old crappy phone that we can use for now, and it has none of her numbers in it. And she was like, "I don't know what my sister's phone is." I was like, "I have it," and so we had to like program phone numbers in. I'm like, "Yeah, nobody knows what anybody's phone numbers is anymore."
Yeah, but you don't even have to dial that shit.
That's crazy. Yeah.
We've outsourced our memory.
Essentially, yeah. Well, I had to make room for other shit I forgot.
Yep.
I'm telling you, we live in one long Black Mirror episode. That's what this is. I don't know if y'all watch that show, but that's pretty much what this is.
I mean, that show is scary because everything I watch in it, I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Me too. Every episode, I'm like, oh man, we're like, that's tomorrow. Like we're about to do, like, you know what I mean?
That's gonna happen. That's already happened. What are you talking about?
Crazy. And I remember I used to get made fun of because I had a cell phone.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have a cell phone for years.
Yeah, when I was in high school, my mom deliberately got me one of the Nokia like blue bricks, just because I was driving, right? Mm-hmm. And so she was like, "No, I need a way to get in contact with you." So I had a cell phone, and people would like, "Hey, he's got a cell phone, so mommy can get a hold of him." And then 5 years later, everybody's got a fucking cell phone.
Dude, don't nobody go anywhere. Like, this is the first time I went to a theme park since I'd had a cell phone. So like, I had to think about it. Like,
so the last time you were at a theme park was that one with you? That picture of you and Jason?
No, I actually went to the Halloween thing with John when he was in like 6 years ago, and I didn't take my phone with me because I didn't need it. But this time I had to have it because I'm gonna tell you, my tickets were on there, my parking pass was on there. Like, there's an app where I could tell how long the lines were and where the rides were on my phone. So I had to figure out a way to carry the phone around with me where it would also not get wet.
Yep.
So I bought one of those, like, this thing you put around your neck, and you put your phone and your credit card in there, and then it seals. So like, that's literally all I had was my phone and my credit card.
And you just put it in like a Ziploc bag.
I mean, I could do that too, but
Yeah.
But then, like, when's the last? Well, you don't ride roller coasters, Drew, so you don't know how scrunched in you are in there. Putting that phone in my pocket would have broke it. Yes, 100%. So I put this little thing around my neck, put my phone in there, put my credit card in there, and just had it hang from my neck. I was good to go.
Did it hit you in the face when you went up on a loop-de-loop?
Nah, there's too much G-force going. It's under my shirt. I didn't like leave it out.
You got to tuck it into your shirt.
Yeah, you put it under your shirt, so it's not like flopping out in front of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I had to think about that going to the theme park. I'm like, how do I keep my phone dry? Like, my phone is waterproof. I have like an iPhone 12 or something, but it's waterproof. But I was like, I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah, you don't want to test that.
Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy now, because I was thinking about this the other day. Like, my son was like, when you went to the theme park when you were a kid, like, did your dad go with you? And I was like, motherfucker, I was around by myself with my 13-year-old niece, like, at like 13 years old by myself.
Dude, I remember, like, we had like a little local, like, it was called Pro Swing, and it was like a driving range, putt-putt course, go-karts, and they had an arcade. And I distinctly remember, this is when I fell in love with Street Fighter 2. My mom would drop me off there.
Yeah, my parents just leave me.
Give me $4, and then she would go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And I would sit there by myself with other kids for an hour and a half.
Dude, I'll tell you, as a parent now, I don't know if Wombat, you're the same. I will not leave my child alone anywhere like that.
Not a chance.
I just like, no way. There's just no. And I think about like my mom just dropping me off at Kings Island or a putt-putt when I was a kid, and just like, go have fun. We'll pick you up at this time. Be at the entrance at this time.
Yeah, not a chance I would do that with my kid
No.
today.
What has changed?
Nothing has changed. It's us that have changed.
Yeah. We're like,
Is it the knowledge that's changed? Because there were people getting kidnapped back then too.
sure.
But,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure that's
it wasn't
part of
broadcasted constantly.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
just
what it is. It's because you hear about it all the time as
Yeah.
it happens now, and then you have people video and everything. Like, I mean, so yeah, that same stuff probably happened in the same frequency when we were young. We just never knew about it.
Well,
Because it only. Go ahead,
I think because of that too, our generation collectively has anxiety about everything.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I have anxiety about everything. Like every time I get a pain in my body, you go look on Google and you're gonna die.
And it's because of the technology.
Yeah.
The technology has made us more paranoid.
Oh, I'm 100% paranoid. Like every time I get a pain, I'm like, what is this? And then the problem is you look it up and it's like, oh, this could be a sign of death.
Yep.
I'm like, oh.
Everything.
And then immediately your brain's
Earlier
like,
this
I'm
year,
dying.
I thought I was dying when I had that sciatica.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, and even my doctor, like, I'll joke with my doctor and I'll tell her, I'll be like, I Googled this. She's like, oh, Dr. Google, don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's like, it'll make you sick in your head if you Google every symptom you have.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's like Bo Burnham said, a little bit of everything all the time.
It's too much knowledge. It truly
Yep.
is. Like, it's a blessing and a curse. Like we were just talking about, we could find out who the actor is, but we can also find out how we're going to die tomorrow because we had, my finger hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sepsis.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you're going to die.
Congratulations.
Oh, Lordy. I do have a couple tweets here from Shogun. He says, my God, multiverse is fun. Multiverses is fun. Have you guys tried it? Who's your main? So far, the perk system makes this game stand out in the crowd of Smash clones.
I really want to try it. I
agree.
haven't done it yet.
You should. It's free.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. It's really good.
Batman is my main, but Batman and Velma are my highest. I think Batman is like 13 and Velma is like 14 level wise. I love her. I hate Scooby-Doo, like as a cartoon, but like as a character, I love her. Like all the characters in that, like I don't hate any of them except for Shaggy and the Iron Giant. I don't like the two
I mean,
of
you don't
them.
like picking up
But everybody
sandwiches and throwing them at people?
No. That giant, oh my God. And then Shaggy with his, no. Shaggy just feels cheap to me. Like, I hate fighting them. But anyways, that game is awesome. And it's free, so you should definitely play it.
Isn't Velma the one that's broken because she has like she can call the cops on you and the cops just pull you off the map?
Well, so people like to complain, but that actually, in order to do that, you have to collect clues. And the clues are triggered by some of her attacks, and some of them randomly appear around the map. So if you're not actively jumping around to get them, you'll never get that ability. And plus, if you die, like if you get thrown out, like say you had 4 clues and you had 1 left, you have to start over at 1. So it's balanced. And it's balanced. It's balanced. Like I mean, yeah. But I'm also a fan too, but go ahead.
They just unlocked the Rick and Morty stage, the show me what you got stage.
Oh, sweet.
So, like,
did they drop them yet? Because I know they were supposed to be coming.
They're probably in the next couple weeks. Like, they just dropped LeBron, who is really fun, by the way.
Super
LeBron
fun.
James is in Multiverses?
Yeah.
Yes.
Space
And
Jam
he is
LeBron.
really fun. Yeah, he's really fun.
So does he play like a cartoon character?
No, he plays like LeBron.
Yeah, like he does
all
like
his moves are
between his
dunks
leg dribbles
and like
shit.
crossovers. Like, it's crazy.
Okay.
This game is rad as fuck, dude. I ain't gonna lie, and it's free.
My son just started playing it. I haven't played it, but he just started playing it. He's really liking it.
Maximilian, I saw him talking about it. Apparently, it is the most played fighting game of all time currently.
106,000 people concurrently were playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's kind of crazy, man. It's really good, and they do it well. Like, You can unlock all the characters just by and you don't have to play online to unlock the characters. You can do it offline.
Who was unlocked at the beginning?
It's a rotation of characters.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
like,
5.
Who else did that? That Killer Instinct did
Killer
that.
Instinct did that. It's essentially the same thing where like every set time they unlock characters. I
Every
think right
2
now
weeks.
Superman is unlocked, and I forget who else.
You unlock Wonder Woman for doing the tutorial.
Yes.
Yes.
And Shaggy
And then-
is default, right?
Shaggy was locked when we started playing.
Oh, he was unlocked when I first started playing it in the beta, so.
And then my son had to pay, or not pay real money, but pay tokens or whatever to unlock Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. There's some good shit in there. That game is a hell of a lot better than I thought it would be. Like, when we first talked about
Yeah.
it, like, I joked, like, this is just a flop waiting to happen, and boy, was I wrong. Whoever made this game knew exactly what they were doing. It plays so well, and it's not predatory. Like, you can unlock stuff
No.
just by playing it. So,
Yep.
And you spend
Yeah.
money on it?
sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can't
Yeah.
just buy it outright kind of thing?
Yeah, there's like $100 pack that gets you all the characters and a bunch of stuff.
Well,
which-
it gets you more than because actually I just bought it because I'm whatever. Anyways, it was my allowance, but anyway, you get like it gives you like I think you get like 30 tokens or character tokens to unlock characters, so you get more tokens than are actually out right now. Like I have everybody unlocked, and I still have like 11 tokens left for
Yeah,
characters that they
that's-
drop, coming for. So you can spend money, but you don't have to.
Yeah, they sent me
Gotcha.
that code, and I have a bunch of tokens that I haven't used yet, and I've unlocked everybody. I think I even did LeBron. Yeah, I think I did.
Is Rick and Morty one character, or is it
Yes.
two?
Nope. 2, which
I
is
thought it was one
awesome.
character.
Rick, nope, I did 2 at first, but Rick is going to be a mage and Morty is a bruiser. Morty comes out first, I guess whenever season 1 starts. That's why I didn't play yesterday, so I didn't know if it dropped.
Gotcha.
And then Rick comes later in the season, later during season 1.
Yeah. Tom and Jerry, though, is one character.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry's one character.
And you can totally kill Jerry too. I don't know if people know that,
Yeah.
but that's important. Like you need to target that mouse because Tom is totally hampered if Jerry is gone.
This game is so good. Yeah, just download it, Drew. It's free.
Yeah, man, get it.
Yeah,
It's so
I'll
good.
get it.
Like, it's
I'll
so
get
much
it. I'll
fun.
get it. I just haven't had I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah, I do like that you can do it. You don't ever have to play online if you don't want to, and you still will learn. You will still earn like battle pass stuff and unlockables and all that stuff, even if you're not playing online.
Yeah, they should be the model for the whole free to play thing going forward because it's really not predatory at all, like
No.
some of the other ones are.
Yeah, I saw that article going around the other day. It's like, if you unlock everything with money, it's $255. I'm like, yeah, but who's going to do that? Like,
Right? Like who?
and it's not even the characters that you're paying for. It's just like that perk shit, which,
Yep.
whatever. So,
The perk stuff.
yeah, it's stuff you add to your character before a battle.
Oh,
Like abilities and things like that. Not like moves, but like buffing things.
Buffs. Yeah, they you might have one that will give you an extra jump. So now you can jump 3 times.
Yeah.
But the catch is because it's like a team based thing. So if you play with somebody that also equips that, you'll double that. So now you'll get an extra jump. And I think you can dodge in the air or something. So each of the perks have an ability that if your partner picks it, you get an extra buff on top of that double from that thing. So
And
there's like strategy involved too. Go ahead. Sorry.
you can also unlock those perks as well.
Yes. Once your
Okay.
character reaches level, like each character has certain perks that they'll unlock as you level them up. But once you reach level 9, you can do what's called train perks where you can now buy any perks that you have unlocked. So you can buy a perk that might have been just for Batman, but it does something, that you might need on Velma or whatever. So yeah, it opens up once you unlock or level the character up.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So you don't have to pay money at all for anything.
No. You don't have to pay for
Everything
it.
is
No.
earnable.
It is earnable.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely would have to grind some time, especially if you're not playing more than one character, because every character has their own unique level. So
Right.
Yep. Yeah. And then like because you get toast, you get 5 a day. And if you give people a toast, which is basically just kudos at the end of the match saying GG, you give them you get gold. So like it incentivizes you to basically say GG, and you get I think they get 20 gold and you get 20 gold. So you can farm stuff, but it will take a while to unlock everything if you don't spend money.
Gotcha.
But when you play it, holy shit, it plays. I know I'm going to get shot for this, but I think it plays better than Smash.
Oh, I do too. I've been telling everybody that, and I've been playing Smash since ¡64, but this plays better than Smash.
Yeah,
Like
it feels
hands down.
really good to play.
Yeah, they did a good job. I wish them all the success. Like I can't wait to see what characters they come up with the different licenses that they have.
I'm so weirded out, and it makes me continue to think that NetherRealm is being sold that there is not a Mortal Kombat character in that game.
Yeah, no Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah, I could easily see them adding Scorpion.
I feel like NetherRealm behind the scenes has been sold. We have not heard about a 30th anniversary celebration for Mortal Kombat. We have not heard about any new game from them. They're not in multiverses. Boone hasn't even been trolling on Twitter. Something is happening.
That is odd. Because he is like king troll on Twitter. Huh.
I just want to know what's going on because EVO is next week, and that would be where you would announce a new Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
So
maybe they'll announce whatever it is then. I mean, if they got sold, because maybe because I know people are thinking that they're going to announce a new Mortal Kombat, but I would think we would see another Injustice before
if they
we
got
see
sold, we won't.
Mortal Kombat 12.
See, that's
okay.
the thing is they were in limbo, not knowing if they were going to be sold. So why would you start working on a game that you can't finish?
You don't have the license.
That's
for
true. Yeah, I got you. I didn't think about that. Okay.
So
You're
and
right.
also, how are we in the 30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat and there's not like it's just printing money. Give me a collection of the first 4 games, the arcade games, or give me a collection of the Deadly Alliance trilogy or something.
Remaster Shaolin Monks.
Yeah.
My God.
30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat, you have got to do something.
Yeah.
You got 4 months to do it. All right, last tweet of the day. It's also from Shogun. He says, "As the dusk falls." I think it's just as dusk falls, right?
As dusk falls.
Is great. It was like a Telltale game in their prime. Highly recommended.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Those are my kind of games.
It's on Game Pass. So
yeah, it's on Game Pass. I just didn't really like that art style. I was like,
I haven't even
Is
booted
the
it
whole
up.
game that art style? That kind of.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Single pictures, but they move, but it's not really moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't really appeal to me. I was like, I don't know if I like that art style. But I mean, if it tells a decent story, I'll give it a shot.
I haven't played that or The Quarry. I feel bad.
The Quarry's legit.
I need
Quarry's
to play
on my list because you have talked that up. I know that's on my list.
I
like
played
The Quarry
every
a
one
lot.
of Supermassive's games. I need to play The Quarry.
Well, yeah, I played all the other ones too. Actually, I do like those because they're the Man of Medine and all
Pictures
those, right?
Anthology,
Yeah.
Until Dawn.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
final
Yeah, I
chapter
like
of
those.
the final chapter of season 1 is coming probably this
October?
probably.
That's what I was thinking. I thought they'd get it out before Halloween.
The Devil in Me is what
The
it's
Devil in Me. Hope there's no sunlight in it.
called. The world's biggest deterrent from finishing a game is the fucking sun.
The sun. Holy shit.
Man, I still love the twist in that last game. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you ain't
It was
played
good.
it, that was
It was
a good
good.
twist.
Didn't see that coming.
Nope. Hell of a lot better than the twist in the fucking... Oh, God, what
Little
was
Hope.
the witch one? What was that?
Little Hope.
Little Hope? Oh.
Yeah.
God, that was a bad twist.
Yeah, House of Ashes is probably the best, although it was technically the worst.
Yeah.
Man of Medan played pretty stinking smooth.
It did. The twist wasn't all that big a deal, though.
No.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I did not see that twist in that last one.
No.
Though. Holy
No,
shit.
I did not.
Especially when that section we had to do at the end. I'm like, are we really here?
Yeah.
Are we really in this thing? Like, oh,
We're really here.
oh crap. That was a cool game.
Yeah.
All right.
The one we were talking about is House of Ashes, if anybody's curious.
Yeah, So I can never remember the names of them. It's Dark
Yeah.
Pictures. That's all I got for this week. So if you want to tweet us at N4G Podcast, if you want to shoot us an email, I'll double check one last time. Make sure there's not another email. Nope. That's the only way. It's podcasts at ZTGD.com. You can follow all of us on Twitter. Drew is at DMF Fury, Ryan is at Wombat RP, Terrence is at Lord Magnus, and I am at ZTGD. You can all follow the site at ZTGD Content, and check out Phoenix Down. When is that final episode of Yakuza 5 a-coming?
I don't know when the final episode is. It definitely won't be this one.
Oh,
But we
okay,
are
so you
going
guys
to be
are...
recording this week.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's all I got. Unless anybody has anything else, we can get out of here. Peace, bitch.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.
Epic fail. Welcome to the N4G podcast. Oh, you can...
It's me, Mario.
$0.
This is going to be a very interesting episode.
Gather time.
Greetings, programs. I got lost trying to find my way to the secret underground N4G Radio lair.
The Wombat. And Killer Wolverine. Play games, not consoles. No fanboys allowed.
And then I killed the dragon. 8.0.